Better, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know why that was happening. Alright, we got Tristan already out. A Callista.
Him plus JoJo plus Berserker on the same team as like a core also is really nice building blocks. And Thanatos, amazing first game there. I mean, just roaming down. He had
so much
wave.
better, guys.
Quite easy to get the first
so
blood.
much better.
What he did with that first blood and absolutely destroyed top lane, taking the entire turret. Made the game very, very easy for Cloud9. So now it's really turning up the pressure on Shopify. We're gonna have
much better. There we go.
Everybody, I would say except
Howdy,
Insanity.
how we
Insanity
doing?
he accomplished what they wanted with their Lucian pick. You know, try and take advantage of the Corki early on. He did a very good job, as we mentioned, in the early lane phase. But that was about it for Shopify. That was like the only shining bright spot, and then the rest of it was just full takeover by Cloud9. So we'll see what they can do from the red side here as we get into draft. On red side, they're going to final ban Zyra, actually, which does leave open Skarner.
Interesting.
Shopify, they were the team, remember. They were getting flamed a lot for leaving up the Skarner and then picking the Rumble
Flowers
for
included.
but the Rumble into the Skarner
there we go.
that they tried to use twice and failed with both times is not the only answer that you can use if they still
Holy shit, that
one,
took forever to
but you
fix.
do have a
Sorry
good
about that,
lane phase
guys.
Versus Skarner, and you do have an easy way to build right into
Much better.
and percent,
Wonder how long
damage,
it's been that bad.
you can also go for other strats versus Skarner. Like you can do a Twisted Fate strat, try and play the whole map, use your ultimate. Gold cards are very good at stopping the Skarner when he's trying to go for ease and is trying to drive at people. The other ones are like the Mordekaiser, where we saw Impact absolutely decimate. That one was amazing. The Olaf is another.
Bro, like, how are they going to beat that already?
That in a 1v1 scenario, you know, obviously your ultimate and being able to run down the Skarner.
Like, they already have so much freaking damage between Corki and Karthus, and you got to get through a freaking Skarner on top of that.
Let's get right into it, though, Rafa. Guess what? Are you surprised to see a Corki and a Karthus together?
Nope. And Kobe, I let you finish. But I just know somewhere in the back, in one of our green rooms, Flowers is mauling over the fact that Skarner was even let through. He has been absolutely relentless in saying, guys, if you want to win, then ban this champion away from the enemy team. And Shopify has not shown that they have had the answer into a Skarner, regardless of which team has picked it so far. But it seems like they're
that high? That's my boy High.
This is one of Fake God's most played champions throughout his career. Maybe a return to comfort despite staring a Scorpion in the face can be what gives Shopify an edge. But the way that Thanatos absolutely mauled him in the first game, I'm
You're not optimistic, huh?
Yep.
I'm picking up on that a little bit.
I like the High Reaper.
Yeah, I mean,
that's really fun.
It's also something where you have a lot more pressure on you to get an early advantage over a Skarner, because Skarner's going to bring so much to team fights. Skarner has really good engage here, and when you already on the side of Cloud9 have the Corki and Karthus, there's so much damage at a very long range as well at their disposal. So Shopify, they spend both their bans though on more engaged support champs here for Vulcan. That has really been the best of Vulcan that we have seen. That's why this meta has been so good for him in particular, and having a bit of a bounce back here for himself in particular. Meanwhile, it opens up their possibility to pick the Zeri here, not having to deal with a Nautilus ultimate point and click. And with the Leona options, does mean it's going to be the Zeri plus the Ezreal dual carry again.
Yeah, with Ezreal mid, this is Insanity's now first foray with this champion. Everyone is being inspired by Quid these days. But
welcome to the trade, Isabel Madison. I think you're a bot, but still nonetheless welcome in.
Ashe was still left open during this entire draft phase, and whether it's in the hands of support or AD carry, you have long-range engage that you can fish for picks during the mid-game.
And I really like the AD carry option here because they already have, like we mentioned, the Karthus and the Corki is plenty of damage for your team fight for later. So having the utility of an Ashe.
Every single time I've been getting a follow-on kick, it's usually a bot, which is why I have the 10-minute followers show me chat on there.
Able to use the slow and keep people at range, keep very nice spacing. So now you've got an Ashe Arrow plus a Rakan to just guarantee your engage. Nice little robust team composition for Cloud9. What can Shopify do to try and crack it? They They are going to get some more setup here in the Alistar for Zeyzal. It does really sacrifice your level 1 priority, so whenever you have Ashe on the opponent team, plus Alistar really doesn't get to do a whole lot on level 1. You'll see Cloud9 set up Blabber for some good clears. Maybe they even go as far as to get some deeper wards here. But the Karthus, of course, is going to be one of those full clear champions. They are going to be scaling on both
Alright, so
JoJo pretty aggressively.
And we've already seen how well Blabber has adapted to this meta. The Zyra
yeah, I mean, it's lights out. I mean, unless Zeri gets really far ahead, they got 3 mega tanks, but I mean, between Karthus and Corki, they're gonna shred them.
For Cloud9 fans, the expectation should be another dominant game to close out this series, to end the week off on a high note, solidifying their position at the top of the standings.
Yeah, I would say so coming out of draft, because the draft is almost the same. It's very similar. It's like, okay, the Ezreal mid instead of the Lucian mid. But other than that, it's extremely similar. A lot of very similar components here that do the same thing. So you can tell like the type of playstyle Shopify we're practicing this week.
I'm going to put a half unit on under 28 just because I like the odds for that. And plus 140, it feels pretty good.
We'll see if goal number 1
is there kills? There's kill handicap, but over under on kills.
Goal number 1, and then we'll work from there.
Bro, based on the first game,
there you go. You know, just try to identify or re-identify.
I'm gonna go low on kills too. I'm gonna put a quarter unit bet on that though.
Check the timers, making sure that you have priority in those side lanes so that you can play for the objectives once again, and so that everything just doesn't fall apart at the first sign of conflict. But we are on to the Rift for game 2, and Cloud9 have brought their duo lane into the mid lane. Blabber trying to see if he can push Tomio off of this rapid.
Considering the first game was like 7 kills, I'm going to go ahead and go under on the 23 and a half kills. I just went ahead and put a quarter unit on that. I also put a half unit on under 28 minutes. Just because with how the first game turned out, if this game is anywhere near as quick, those will pop off for me. Anything else that I really want to put on this guy? Quadra or Penta, I really highly doubt it. I don't think there's going to be enough kills for that to happen.
Very, very aggressively. Alistar, of course, since you... Well, they're going to retake here with everybody, it looks like.
They haven't left yet. I mean, they see Zeyzal and Bvoy on the blue buff, but now that Tomio has joined, Berserker and Vulcan wrap around, but they were spotted on this, so Shopify
so we did not get a lane swap.
To harass them off the blue buff, but if it comes to it, Tomio can use the smite and secure it, but it does slow down the clear, and it slows down Zeyzal and Bvoy's approach to the bottom lane. But now with those, you know, shenanigans out of the way, Blabber's going to try to answer on the top side.
Yeah, and it's really annoying because, you know, it slows down your take a little bit, but it also makes you go over to Wolves instead of immediately over to Gromp. And like you're saying, Blabber this whole time while your bottom lane is harassing him, just gets to take your quadrant, and you run into this problem as a Maokai where you are behind a jungler that clears faster than you and beats you, so, you know, one versus one. So like your options are so limited that you have to rely on a laner to bail you out, and your laners have to be winning in order to do that.
Yep.
So we'll see what he does, because right now it's tough for Tomio. The defensive ward I want to point out on the mini-map right now as he crosses, right here, we'll see him. You're playing into Cloud9's hands, and so he throws the sapling. Smart for him. He doesn't just start them up because he's well aware. And Blabber's going to be able to defend his Raptors and take the other side now.
Yeah.
Tomio going to have to kind of wander around, and basically as Blabber now, you get your vision of him, and you just keep matching because he has nowhere to go. So Blabber goes back over. He knows that Tomio's coming to this side now to take his wolves, and Tomio has to rely on Renekton to try and help him get a single extra camp in the game, and that camp will be the Cloud9 Gromp.
Yeah, because that's the only lane that he was able to get Prio through. Jojo Piln took a massive trade, forcing Insanity to recall and teleport back to lane, so he cannot actually invade through bottom side since his
this is brutal.
Push against Berserker and Vulcan. So Tomio, I mean, thankfully for him, he's able to get
my man's getting totally just dismantled out of the game.
In terms of the pace, and Blabber is still accelerated.
Yeah, you get your Gromp plus Crab plus your own Krugs there, but your camps are so out of order.
Okay, Insanity.
With your respawn times too.
I don't like this Ezreal mid thing that's happening though. I think that's really dumb.
Blabber
I really do.
will get the bottom crab,
It's only happening in NA.
does have his nice early lead on the Karthus, so
And it just seems so
sailing for
dumb.
him. Bottom side would work for him too. You know, Vulcan and Berserker were able to.
To be fair, Ezreal's also pretty difficult to pilot.
This is your quote-unquote cheater recall, cannon wave here, and Vulcan even pulls the wave. So Shopify now, they know that if they left it alone, their wave was going to push out and away for them. So they have to annihilate this cannon wave. And this is plenty of time for Berserker to get back with his nice little.
All right, while we're just chilling here, I am actually going to try to update my kickbot because I'm trying to fix that.
And Vulcan actually going in here, try and mess with them, and then he should be in range for the volley even to get his cannon. Even gets the execute from Vulcan, so nice little teamwork there. Doesn't lose out on anything, and now you're in the state where you come back with your recurve bow ready.
And Blabber's already here on the top side to play for the second rotation of Raptors, making sure that Tomio is just bled and choked out of this game through economy. I mean, we know that thankfully for Shopify fans that Tomio is on a utility jungler again this game, but still, giving over free gold over to the Karthus, who is just going to continue accelerating, and if you don't have a chance to make any plays on the map, then you're just looking at game one results all over again.
Well, at least it is better start here, not giving up first blood.
I'm just looking for my alerts.
That's nice. Count your blessings, Rafa.
Yeah.
No first blood given up. Although with the Ezreal pick instead of the Lucian pick, you don't have the aggressive look, right, for an Insanity. Ezreal early on is fine, but is not nearly as aggressive as the Lucian, being able to jump in and make such good use of the piercing lights. Meanwhile, nice little job here. JoJo's going to collect this wave and have it pushing back towards him, even though he did miss that melee. So small minus point here. But is going to have a really nice situation because Insanity's got no teleport, so you're just like, all right, we keep our wave in mid. It just evaporates.
Let me do a test on it.
Sitting there, and JoJo's going to have a nice little advantage for
yes, did it go to? It did went to this one, so it's somewhere between this.
So he's got the lead on the tier stacking. He's got the lead in the CS. He's got the lead in the jungle on his side.
And this, that is our problem.
Blabber went for the first dragon on the bottom side of the map. Tomio, because he has prio from Fake Gods Renekton, can look for the first rotation of Grubs. And one of the things I want to point out for Cloud9, even though this is against one of the bottom teams in the league, the evolution that we wanted to see from Cloud9 from Spring Split is just having these players play more together.
All right, we're going to try that one more time.
Come through in the Summer Split. Vulcan is taking more roam time with Berserker confident that he can handle
Hey, there we go. We got it
well
fixed up now then.
So that Berserker's never under threat for too long. Blabber and Vulcan also playing more around Jojo Pyun's laning phase has allowed Cloud9 to hopefully translate a lot of those advantages that they want to get into the mid game.
Well, this is nice. There's a pushing wave down here, so they actually go for it on Zayzal.
There we go.
Blabber's coming.
And Berserker is level 6, a huge chunk. The flash forward, the Ignite is ticking down. That should be first blood for Vulcan.
And he barely survives as well. He does not go down to B-Boy. Now Blabber is here, level 6. B-Boy, good luck over there. Blabber is going to be able to stop off and take the blue first. Ooh, that'd be quite nice. Get a little bit of extra cooldown reduction before you do your first ultimate. Grab the blue. B-Boy giving nice respect. Kind of backed off a little bit there.
True shot barrage! Nice reaction from Vulcan. We'll see it over the crab vision.
Tomio. JoJo's coming for some hide and seek. Tomio's level 6 though, and has flash, so. And a blast cone to play with.
Does Tomio want to play for this? He has collapse from Insanity. Jojo Pyun might have gone too deep. The twisted advance will lock him down.
Oh my god.
For the further route, but
I thought they were actually going to be able to do something.
Here to answer back.
Good trade right there. Getting no flash on Jojo. Again, this is something they achieved in the first game, but were unable to punish and actually get a kill, a repeat gank, or a kill later. But maybe this time around they can actually get a kill onto Jojo.
That's the evolution we want to see from Shopify this game.
Exactly. Rest of the Cloud9 team does come mid, though. Jojo does not go for the recall. Chugs the potion and gets one more
flash. Wait a minute. Looking for Jojo Pyun. Puns Vulcan right back.
Nice.
He still has flash available, so he shouldn't be in danger, but nice intercept on the first Battle Dance cast. But still, Vulcan has enough mobility to escape.
Yeah, and these wards, too, they left behind. Do see
I've eaten about half my dip. I think that's good enough for lunch.
They're not going to overstay their welcome here. Vulcan gets another zombie ward for himself, and should be a arrow. Nice.
Right on Azazel, no flash. Here comes
no
the
ult.
Requiem for a little bit of extra damage. And Berserker should be able to get in range. Vulcan waiting for another grand entrance for the knockup potentially. Just the auto attacks and the slows guarantees the kill over to Berserker.
Berserker the sniper. Yeah,
I love the polite collapse to the most boring play that the LCS has ever seen.
On Ashe specifically, has always had really good Ashe arrows as well as team fighting. So Cloud9 pretty happy with this one. Bottom lane doing a lot of work. You mentioned they're roaming, but it's not even just Vulcan. Berserker getting in there too, getting his hands dirty. The closer Ashe arrows, much easier to hit. And get the extra chase down there as well.
Berserker's too cool to be an ADC. I don't understand why he's playing ADC.
JoJo go bottom since Berserker spent his time roaming up to mid, and they're matching the little bit
No,
of
although he
swap
does not
here.
look very cool there. With his mouth hanging open.
Tomio showed on the top side of the map, and as soon as he was in vision of Thanatos, immediately Respect Flash did not want to fall prey and give Fake God a larger advantage than need be.
Definitely do not. The Renekton with the CS advantage and trying to make the most of the pick. Remember, we should also include the Gromp take for the Renekton advantage, because Renekton was the whole reason that Tomio was able to take the Cloud9 Gromp, so we'll give him 4 more on that CS lead.
Interesting.
Just the fact that
yeah, so we're
gave
the only
over
things
so
that we
they
put
can
in are a half
guarantee
unit
some priority
on
with the Renekton counterpick in the top lane is one of the only saving
under
graces for
28 minutes
Shopify Rebellion
and
so
a
far
quarter
this
unit
game.
on
They haven't been able to make a huge advantage off of it, but it's not
under
they're
23 and a
not
half
bleeding gold
kills.
like they were at this point in the game.
Yep. All right. They know the Blabber's top side, so thinking about something on the other half of the map. Tomio walking around, dragging up in a little under 40 seconds here as they try and plant saplings in as many brush as they can.
Oh, flash W onto JoJo. No flash from before. That's the kill setup. And I don't think JoJo Pyun was respecting the all-in potential from Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, good punish there from Tomio. Flashes on him. They do improve on the previous game and get their actual kill scored after burning JoJo's flash earlier. Nicely done there for Shopify, getting the gold into the hands of Insanity, plus he's able to get turret plates afterwards. This is exactly the player they need to get some more money in, him and B-Voy. See if they can turn this one into the dragon while Blabber used all of his mana up on those grubs. So should be able to get themselves a dragon too here for Shopify.
There we go. Shopify already showing a little bit more signs of life in the second game of the series.
And they get out after though.
Cloud9 are going to try to challenge. Blabber still has Requiem if he wants to cast it while the rest of Cloud9 follows up, but Shopify escort themselves safely back into the jungle.
Yeah, nice
Very
little
well
slide
played
over the wall
by
there
Zeri.
for B-Boy as Ashe Arrow is coming in. Good improvements here from Shopify to make the game
Thanatos
much more
missed
competitive than number one.
cannon.
They're of course still facing goal deficit, and the Skarner here is going to provide a lot of CC and control for these dual carries of Blabber and JoJo later on. So definitely still some more danger here for Shopify to have to deal with, but definitely improvements.
Top lane is boring as fuck. That's why we've only seen it like once the whole game.
12 minutes into the game, 2 minutes away from these rift or these tower plates from falling. Shopify, the fact that they're able to get 3 grubs this game, a dragon apiece as well, they're in a much more competitive state, and still playing off of the fact that JoJo Pyun for, well, actually only for a few more seconds before his flash comes up, but those are the type of plays where Shopify, as soon as you know that timer is available to you, you cannot hesitate. You have to be proactive and be the first ones making those plays in the first place.
Yeah, I think the next thing we're going to look at as we head into the mid-game here is that the difference in compositions becomes apparent when you look at the ease of getting picks. Cloud9 side, it is very, very easy since they have super long range and versatile ways to get picks with Ashe Arrow plus Rakan and Skarner.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Shopify, it's much more dangerous. When Zeyzal goes in for flank possibilities on an Alistar, every time it is extremely dangerous because you have to be so sneaky, you have to be very diligent about
Where even
tracking
is the
enemy
Maokai?
wards.
Oh,
If
bro.
they see you, then you become the prey. And if you don't have a flank, then you're just not going to have the surprise factor to be able to actually get your engage, since Cloud9 do, again, have their little bit of a range advantage. So the next difficult here thing for Shopify to overcome is going to be that. So it's very critical that they try and get some vision advantages. And
Interesting.
try and get those surprise
I like the
angles.
little bit of flame on the way out.
By
Of
ultimate,
oh, of course you're
get a
coming for
good
me again.
Alistar
Jojo.
snap, engage, flank combination. Because otherwise, Cloud9, they get the choices, right? You know, they get to say, all right, Berserker, you've got your Fog of War. It's a great time to fire some Ash arrows. Or Skarner comes at you through the wall, surprise. Or Rakan comes at you from 2 screens away, surprise.
Yeah.
And Blabber's got the
the more I'm watching this game, I'm kind of nervous it's going to go a little bit longer than I was wanting.
Just trying to farm a Dark Harvest stack or something?
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's very low, but they're a little early ultimate sometimes here to prep for a dive.
Getting a decent amount of damage. Fake God forced to pop the Dominus and spaces out the Coal of the Meek, so nicely done. Just enough chunk damage to force the Renekton off the tower. True Shot Barrage will attempt to kill the wave, but Thanatos and Jojopion have enough damage to take out the tier 1.
Nice.
The pressure early. He's under tower. Lay on the ult first.
Actually, what's nice for me is I don't care who wins.
He hit enough Qs to grab a Dark
I just want it to be under 28 minutes and under 23.5 kills.
And Cloud9 doing a good job of pushing the game state forward here. Even though they will sacrifice bottom outer tower, the fact that they got the Rift Herald means you then get the advantage on getting mid towers down. Mid tower, much more critical here in gaining control of the game, so they'll be able to
they're already 2.5K up.
For a mid take.
Yeah. And Shopify answering on the bottom side of the map, making sure that they are not falling too far behind in gold and objective advantages. The next dragon is going to be spawning in 1 minute and 20. Baron's still not going to be on the table for some time. We're at only 15 minutes into the game. Cloud9 getting resets off of their duo lane at the moment, and that should be first items coming in as well. So everyone on the side of Cloud9, very strong point. What item spikes? I imagine this is the time where they're going to start pushing that vision line deeper into Shopify's blue side jungle and pushing them off the dragon.
All right, so Shopify now, you've got both your teleports ready for a counterplay, so they're looking at bottom side currently, since dragon is coming up shortly, and trying to make use of that bottom tower being down, maybe get some deeper vision through the jungle. Then you can get those surprise plays we were talking about for the Maokai, for the Alistar. If they can get a good setup, a good angle on the fight, then maybe you get your snap engage. B-Boy here, though, still looking for his level 11. There you go. Got the rank 2 ultimate. Tell me you're going to fire it off.
Zazel goes for the knock-up and interrupts Vulcan, but he gets the grand entrance anyway. The lightning crash is popped by V-Boy, and Vulcan dashes back over to Blabber for safety. Berserker was taken low. True Shot Barrage dinks Vulcan for a bit of extra damage. The dragon will be spawning in 5 seconds, but Zazel took a lot of damage in the fire, and he's going to get a chance to recall.
Zazel's pretty low level.
They have vision on the bottom side of the jungle. They might still be able to play for this.
Interesting, Berserker does not back. They wanted to do the Rift Herald mid-play immediately, so Berserker's still going to be at 50%. He did save his flash on that previous engage, though, so still has that to survive with.
God was fading on over. He's going to join the squad so he doesn't have to burn to teleport, but Thanatos is working on the bottom side of the map as well. So Cloud9 with the push in the fight, they still get 2 turrets for themselves, and they still have control of the river and the dragon.
They certainly do. They can easily push up mid and bottom and continue to poke away, try and use their little range advantage here from the dragon setup. Shopify, are they going to go for it? Tomio ultimates at the ready.
Requiem is fired for the initial burst of damage. The Nature Grasp comes across. Another True Shot Barrage.
Oh shoot, Berserker's dead.
Massive knockup from Zazel, but Berserker flashes before Fake On
they're just smacking with their wall. It's like half item advantage across the board.
And Shopify may have given their best attempt yet, and it just wasn't good enough.
Clean from Thanatos here, comes in on the side as the rest of Cloud9 got full comboed by the Alistar. Thank you, Flowers. Flowers ganks us from the left side. Thanatos ganked them from the right side. But it is, the full send attempt. Zazel, you see him on the blast cone, goes for the full combo, gets 3 members. And so the rest of
that's funny,
try to follow up, flashing forward. But as we mentioned, Berserker had his flash cleanse still available. So Berserker does not die. He flash cleanses to safety, and Thanatos there runs one.
Thanatos is just freaking chilling, my man. He's just like, that was easy.
Right back to pushing on both sides of the map.
I actually don't know Thanatos very well.
Kobe, this is very tough.
I know Fake got a little bit better than I know Thanatos.
Being able to show their dominance once again. That seems so good for Shopify, the way the engage started off, but just quick reactions from the back line of Cloud9 being able to dodge up on the follow-up from frontline members of Shopify. We now have a 5,000
He is
gold
quite pale and
advantage
skinny.
heading into the
Makes sense
19th
for
minute
Thanatos.
of the game. 2 dragons
I can't
to
say shit, I
Cloud9,
know. Look
and they
at my
have full
tall,
control of the
skinny
top
white
side.
ass.
Yeah, it's a couple small things where we're looking at all these little things that Cloud9 are doing that set themselves up with extra advantages. You know, all of them rotate to the bottom side, just cleanse out the Ash Arrow here, but all of them on that Dragon fight, they hug the bottom side where, never mind, another one.
They're going to force a fight here. Vulcan still has flash if he needs it. Pops the quickness and charms the entrance from Tomio. Going down to the Ignite, and Thanatos picks up the kill. Another Impale. Locks up Zeyzal, as now he is gone next. Jojo Pion finding the kill on that one, and Insanity B-Void do not have the safety to walk up.
They're literally just standing there while Thanatos does everything and just auto-attacking, bro.
But Thanatos had a nice little
queuing and blabbers.
And he is always so nice and easy to use if you're just right next to them. Quick little insta-E into the wall, but yeah, it's just desperation times for Shopify. So they're like, you know what? If we
two of the biggest Q-bots in the game between Zeri and
hope for the best at this point.
Karthus.
Completely bleeding out the game, and a full credit to Cloud9 for bleeding them out this way.
Yeah,
they keep on removing the options here. They're really doing a good job with you know, those early picks that we highlighted with the Corki and Karthus and Skarner.
All right, we got 8 more minutes, guys. Let's close this shit out, please.
But having the Ash here for Berserker and Vulcan on the Rakan has just been quite a godsend for them. I mean, the early roaming and map influence that these two had, really allowing for such a smooth scaling game here for the other 2 carries, is set themselves up so that at 20 minutes, we again are looking towards the barren area of the map as objective bounties have spawned here for the side of Shopify, since they are so far behind in the game. And Cloud9 once again looking for their own moves.
Shopify committing the teleport of Insanity to join on the top side of the jungle. Cloud9 don't have Blabber on the top side quite yet. They're going to look for a pick onto him, but he has flash, and he flashes just to get more distance so that Shopify could not follow up on the play.
Flanking. They might want a little piece, but Blabber's so far away, yeah. Don't want to complete on that flank, but he did a good job pushing in and then threatening the jungle flank. The rest of Cloud9 just said, hey, we're going to head over towards Baron after that.
Baron.
We know they have no Maokai ultimate for this team fight, and Maokai ultimate is like the main thing that Shopify are really banking on to make that comeback team fight. Now they just got to hope for a miracle.
Requiem opens up, decent burst damage to start off the fight, 3k HP on the Baron, and the arrow from Berserker will stop Tomio in his tracks, and they follow
hopefully this just ends the game.
Cloud9 will be able to have a 2-0 clean series here versus Shopify. It is looking like Shopify cannot do anything, Rafa. Cloud9 taking away all their options. Baron buff again, and we're saying it's only 21 and a half minutes in.
Thanatos over the wall, the Impale turns that Crocodile into boots and a belt for Cloud9 as they're going to take that money back to the bank. But they're content continuing the siege against only 3 members
funny.
of Shopify.
I haven't heard that one. Boots has turned the Crocodile into boots and a belt.
Tomio has respawned,
that's pretty good.
but the tier 3 is already destroyed, and Cloud9 will take the prize.
Yeah. They want to go back to the bank, as you said.
they got to spend that money.
They've got so much cash. They're like, what do I do with all this cash, Rafa? I go get some more luxury items. Maybe Jojo here gets a little fancy. He's got his flash, though, so probably at best they would be able to get a summoner spell. Not even going to get that. There's also no damage behind Zeyzal and Tomio, so...
There's a ward in that bush, buddy.
Yeah. It is now over 10,000 gold for the side of Cloud9, and at this point in the game, you know, Shopify from game 1 had tried to take the game slower, but you could see that in game 2 the adaptations were, guys, we need to be more proactive. If we
He's
don't
going
try to
top.
make moves, then we're going to fall behind anyway.
We're really just going to let this Ezreal shove us in top side?
The benefit of credit to Shopify that they tried to fish for plays on the right timers. Berserker didn't have sums in that red jungle fight. Unfortunately for them, Vulcan was able to block a lot of the initiation.
You should just keep pushing, I guess. That's what I would do in solo queue, but...
Still just outplayed by Cloud9 in the end.
I'm just really worried for this Shopify team because they're starting with a 0-3 and then going into a long break. Plus, these last 2 games are maybe the most brutal. A lot of their games have been brutal, but these ones truly have been have been that way. Here we go with the ultimate again to soften them up before the actual confrontation.
Jojo Pion and Berserker will press forward, crashing the tier 3, looking for the inhibitor both
All
in the
right,
mid lane and
come
the
on,
bottom
please
lane.
end on this
Shopify,
push.
they are on their last defense, one last attempt to stop this game from ending, from letting Cloud9 take the series. But a 5-man strong push with the Baron buff on their side. It doesn't look like it will happen. The flash from Zeyzal will find Jojo, but he gets the flash, and Berserker can follow
Thank
up
you
on
for
the
hitting the
engage.
go button, Zeyzal.
Zeyzal is burned down
Appreciate
to the
you.
ground. Then
Making me
Thanatos
money.
will lead the charge once again, throws a big rock to soften Shopify, even in the safety of their fountain. And Tomia was looking for the flank on the left side, forced the flash away. The true
What I've noticed with
Shopify does
Shopify's
deal decent
games
damage to Jojo, but
is
both
however the
next towers
first
are
game
gone.
goes,
Cloud9
generally
can
speaking,
now
the
look
second
to
game's
just
going to
full
go the
in and step
exact
up
same way
forward.
for them.
Shopify, one last chance, it's not gonna matter. Cloud9 will
Nice.
sweep the series against Shopify Rebellion.
Cool deal. We are up, boys. We are up.
Complete and utter domination. Quick 2-0 for
Quick
C9.
2-0.
Sitting
Bro,
up there
we're,
at the top of
yeah, the
standings.
next game's not even
As I said,
scheduled
it is
till
gonna be
7
pretty
p.m.
rough
my
here for
time, and it's
Shopify.
5
Definitely
p.m.
worried,
now, which
and
means they only played
really
for an
hope
hour and
that they
10
can
minutes.
make a
They
turnaround
wiped them
in
so
the
quickly.
break that we're about to have here. Maybe some intense practice time and come back.
Yeah,
looking
Insanity's
like
having a
new
rough,
refreshed team.
rough one.
That's right. Well, with that series win, we're going to send it down to Emily on the stage to join the Cloud9 squad for the interview.
Vulcan, the one white dude just chilling in there. Blabber.
Pull you for interview. Yeah, we're just pulling you right from the bow now, you know. Congratulations on the win. Yeah. No,
Blabber.
there we go. First time. Congratulations on the win. I've joked a lot about how you're living your best life with these AP farming junglers. What's the meta been like for you?
I'm enjoying playing the AP junglers, but right now I'm honestly having more fun playing Sejuani. That's the most fun I've been having. It's kind of boring, full clearing only, and just, you know, my team goes to 3v4, I press ult on Karthus, and I'm just kind of chilling.
I'm floored actually because you're so efficient at farming, and this is such a great meta for you. And also, I believe you are the first jungler I've ever heard saying they're having fun playing Sedge.
Actually, my Karthus game I played really bad. I think my early game pathing was really bad. I really screwed up after I invaded. I should just went to my Gromp and my walls. Just, even if it takes my chickens, it's fine because my rotation of camps was so bad afterwards. So I really trolled that game, so I wasn't happy with how I played early game. But yeah, I mean, I like full clearing and then being able to, you know, fight a lot. But I feel like on Karthus, I'm just full clearing and then full clearing their camps.
Well, hope you can, you know, maybe get the Zyra. She fights a little more, like Talia, something in there. This team really looks like they're coming together. I know we talked to Reaper before the game, and he said when you have 5 really good individuals, they will automatically come together as a team. So what's it been like having him return as C9 coach, and then obviously integrating Thanatos into the roster?
This felt really good, at least for me. Like, we've been doing really well in practice, and our games have been a lot clean. I mean, they're not clean, but they've been a lot better than I would say last split, and we're just having a lot of success, and I think confidence on the team is high, so it's just been really nice working with Reaper and Thanatos.
What do you think, obviously, outside of the individual changes, what do you think the most improvement you've made as a unit from spring to summer has been?
I think our mid game has been a lot better this split. I mean,
yeah,
obviously, I think our early game's been good, but I think that mid game we rotate really well now. I feel like last split I was a bit AFK in mid game, and I feel like I've improved a lot on that this split, especially working with Vulcan. So I'm really happy with how we've gotten better, but I think we'll need to play against, you know, maybe TL or Fly to actually be able to show that.
All right, well, we'll be looking forward to that after the break. Thank you so much for taking the time, Blabber. Always great to catch up with you. And we're going to toss it to the LCS AT&T comms replay, and then Fly Dig on the other side of that.
One of the reasons I like C9 so much over pretty much their entire history is they always analyze the game so well. I feel like they've always done the most research.
My new connection is so strong I can game anywhere. Check it out. We've got Gamer Rocker, Gamer Floaty, Gamer Couch.
Whoa.
It's got wheels. Gamer Bench, Gamer Throne, and Gamer Mower.
What's that?
It's hard to game while walking downstairs.
I get it.
That's smart.
Live like a gagillionaire with low latency everywhere. AT&T Fiber with All-Fi.
The ads they make for gamers are a bit painful, guys, to be honest. I'm struggling with this one.
I've got the Samsung 990 Pro series. Shall we get started then? This speed exceeds all expectations.
Alright guys, while we're waiting for this bullshit, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put up my chips and dip.
The per watt performance has improved up to 50%. The 990 Pro's nickel coating controller for its smart thermal solution technology controls heat. Playing computer games? Obviously the best.
Me and my pet, we share everything. The bed, the couch, our favorite blanket, but not fleas and ticks. Because I protect him with Nexstar, the fastest acting 30-day flea and tick topical. Because when you're this close, every minute counts. Don't give fleas and ticks time to cozy up to you and your pet. Keep your shared moments special and protect what matters with Nexstar. Shop Nexstar Flea and Tick Protection now, online and in store.
Fastest killing comparison for dog formula only, based on label claims for Nexstar Flea and Tick Topical for dogs and other leading dog topical brands. Data on file.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Cyber attacks? Meet Chrome Enterprise. With cutting-edge data loss protection against malware and phishing, plus IT management and advanced browser security capabilities, your company's data is safe. Like a fortress. For enterprise browser security, there's no place like Chrome. To learn more, just go to goo.gle/Chrome Enterprise today. That's goo.gle/Chrome Enterprise.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now.
We're back, guys.
So
how we doing?
Kevin's kazoo concert in Kansas City. Go
living our best life.
Becky's bachelorette bash in Bermuda. You never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
End up playing well, then I feel like I can talk.
No, I can get that.
We're kind of just
we don't want to bully the little guys in the league.
That's what I'm saying.
So we talked about scrims a little bit. We talked about stage.
What hey, look, it's Appa.
During this break? Because I'm going to be busy doing some other things that I'm not going to talk about.
You guys are going to Saudi, just versing the best teams. But
so, what's Sinan going to be doing this next few weeks?
We're definitely going to keep scrimming. I think we're playing a lot better right now, but we can definitely improve. Obviously, since you guys and Flacquist are gone, I don't know if we're going to get that many good scrims, but we'll try. We'll just try keeping our form, and hopefully you guys like get tilted at Saudi. You guys just get shit on, and then you guys come back like tilted.
And we're a worse team.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're done here. So thanks for the interview, Jojo.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Jesus Cristo. Sorry, guys. I wasn't expecting that.
A lot. It's so weird to have this opinion. If you say it publicly, you're blaming your teammate. They can't take it, but there was like legit nothing. I was gaslit into thinking Annie is like super OP. Bro, we had like 100% win rate with Bunny. He thinks any PR is good PR, I guess? It's nice position to be in. I kind of like it. Some people don't like it. I don't care. Not a good look.
Game one was not my fault. Game one was just Jensen's fault. I think he just played like vegan. I played mediocre fights after. I think my teammates like Jensen played kind of bad in the team fights.
I mean, there's definitely a difference. Because like, if you say it publicly, you're blaming your teammates. I mean, I thought it sounded a bit delusional when he was blaming me for that entire series.
Like, from my perspective, I just felt like he could have done more. I didn't even review the game when I said it. I just like straight up went from the final and thought maybe he could have done more. But then after reviewing, I saw like he missed some opportunities. I think I missed a lot of opportunities. I was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that hard.
Sometimes like you see him a lot using TP or like even running top to roam. It's usually coming from me and Bwipo calling him to do that, because we try to tell him that mid lane is not just like 1v1 lane. You can actually impact the game and make the game so much easier for everyone else to play.
Jesus Christ, where are we doing this right now?
He's just playing in an A, just last hitting minions, and whatever happens, happens.
I mean, I feel like usually Inspired is like kind of the
Oh,
CEO
is that
of
the
the
game
team,
that's happening?
The guy that like makes the decisions. Maybe the reasoning of kick too, who knows?
There's no real beef behind the scenes at FlyQuest. There's just some honest feedback. I don't think so. I mean, we had like fighting a little bit, like when he's actually not pushing advantages. Wait, we're not going back. Now we're gonna cut you. Thank you so much, boys.
Oh, yo, Jensen. Good to see you. Good luck making worlds now.
The moment we've been waiting for.
Yes, sir!
All year, really. Dignitas versus FlyQuest. You saw a lot of the history there. Snippets.
I actually don't know
of some
Dignitas's
larger
roster at all. I didn't
too.
realize Jensen was on there.
There was also the fact that Dig became really likable about a week ago.
Yeah.
With Dig season, but really just exciting matchup here on a Friday.
They're already really likable. Like this team, they're a bunch of veterans. They have a kind of chip on. Like every single one of them has a reason to have a chip on their shoulder. If not against FlyQuest, against
just got a
some
little
other
chill.
LCS
I don't
teams.
know why.
So they've just been really fun. Vibes are good.
Like we said this yesterday.
So here's the thing about living in Miami. It's so fucking hot outside, guys. It's so hot outside all of the time. So it's really nice whenever you actually get the chance to chill. We keep the house pretty, like 70. She sleeps in 68. I sleep in about 72 usually. So we kind of balance around 70 for the most part in the house. But coming from 94 degrees when we were just grocery shopping, coming back, brutal.
Yeah, and I think
brutal.
I know it's just regular season, and they told you it's just a regular season game, but this is still really hype.
Absolutely. Let's pull up the predictions actually to get to our next point. I think one of the biggest loss story here with
What was
Dig
that?
and FlyQuest is how good
Did y'all hear that?
FlyQuest actually has been and still can be. I think Quad has looked a little shaky in his stage games, but has been very good in scrims. You never know if it's going to translate.
Was that Raz saying some
completely,
shit? Must
but
have
I
just
do
been
think
Raz
with
saying
the
some
newer
shit.
player to the LCS that it's going to be an improvement week over week. I'm actually not surprised in these predictions at all, with Discord being slanted towards Dignitas, and then I just decided to go all in on FlyQuest because I have a weird feeling about this.
Yeah, I like it. I think it goes to 3. I love the fact that we're showing the Discord votes because that just showcases.
I need to see Dignitas's roster. Is that Licorice? Yeah, Licorice is on FlyQuest, right?
The week coming into today is definitely behind.
He's laughing.
The scrims, on the other hand, not so much.
Are behind FlyQuest.
Yes.
Yeah, by a significant
I
margin.
do like Jensen a lot.
Emily knows this because she caught up with both coaches.
Sven is ADC. He got his ADC rollback.
Hello, I am joined by Dignitas coach Maybury and FlyQuest coach Nukeduck before a pretty hyped match for a regular season matchup. How are you two feeling going in? Nukeduck, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think, you know, we have a good shot. I hope the guys doesn't.
I miss
become too
Nukeduck.
nervous, 'cause,
Nukeduck was
external
back when
pressure
I was a
for
fantasy
Power
league
is
kid.
feeling good.
Speaking of
Is
which,
there actually external pressure from kind of all the
I gotta talk
all
to
the hype
somebody
that's been
about it,
going
but we're
around?
probably gonna get back into that too,
Well, I
right?
haven't talked
Sorry,
about
guys.
them, but I assume some of them maybe.
Here,
maybe
Sleeper
not. I mean,
Fantasy
it is
LCS.
a hyped match,
So
I'm
we're
sure
thinking about
it's
kicking that off.
a little bit, but it's not like we're talking about that internally. Right?
Maybe for next, maybe for the next split, we'll get
You've brought it up, but your players have brought it up
a
even
chat
more.
one going.
The scrim record. How did scrims go this week, and what were the pressures like for Dig going into this match?
How are scrims going for us this week? Well, yesterday we went 3-3 for Shopify, so that was a bonus for us. Usually we end up on 2-4 or worse. Pressure for the match, I mean, for us it's just another regular season game. I know there's a lot of pressure externally, and that match is pretty hyped, but like between us, like we never really thought about it like that. So yeah.
What is the how are you going to beat FlyQuest?
How are we going to beat FlyQuest? I think if we go into like, the mid game even or ahead,
Is
of
that
them,
what he
more
should
confident in our
respond to?
macro. They're really good at playing 4v5 with inspired farming camps. So as long
What
as
is
we're
Nukeduck staring at?
How are you going to beat Dignitas?
Yeah, we're just gonna do a normal thing. Maybe target Jensen a bit. So probably, you know, like we know how he plays and what he likes to play. So you know, maybe we'll target Jensen a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck to both of you. Thank you for taking time to catch up. Really hype season match. FlyQuest Dig on the other side of this.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for some more LCS action.
Hey, Captain Flowers and Azale. Oh, who is that in the middle? I know who that is. That's
We've been having a lot of trash
one of the players.
getting talked about this head-to-head, and we got APA.
I hate Captain's shirt, and I don't like his hair that short.
This one's going to be a ton of fun. APA,
His hair's always short, though.
right off the top, who do you think's going to walk away with this one?
APA. That is Appa. Oh, it is Appa, bro.
Likewise does have the edge. I think they're going to take the series.
He just looks so small next to Azale.
Already, Azale. I know. I always want 3 games.
That's so weird. I didn't recognize him.
I always want to see it go the distance. I'm ready for this one.
This one is going to be really exciting.
So his hair, that kind of side of V that he has there, my cousin has that too. Mine's fairly centered, I think.
Old school league where it was these
I
teams
got
that
Widow's
actually have
Peaks to heaven and back.
a little bit of fire between them. When you think back to like the
That's why I tend to wear hats whenever my hair is up.
Going on. It kind of feels like that.
And I haven't done my hair in a few days.
Like that with some of these players. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see if that actually shows in the game plan. Because you're a guy who I think, you know, sometimes when we watch these games, and I'm like, I think you're getting in their head. I think, you know, they're sending 4 or 5 bots to try to kill AP in the side lane and griefing the game, right? And it can change how people play. So do you think that could come into play here a bit, where you know maybe Jensen is really trying to prove that hey he's the big
what do you guys
player in
think?
the quad and trying to push a little bit further than he would, or maybe Inspired and Blippo are trying to.
I'm interested to see the drafts.
I mean, I know if I was Jensen in this situation, I'd be feeling pretty robbed. Like I feel like Jensen's a better player than Quad, so I don't know why he was replaced. But then if I'm Jensen going into this FlyQuest series, I'd be doing my best just to mess with Inspired, you know, like take a little small raptor from him, ward his camps, like, taunt him as much as possible, just do anything to.
Oh, Licorice is on Dignitas.
Yeah, it should be fun. It also makes
And
it kind of
speak it.
spicy.
Holy
you know,
shit, that is a loaded ass
potentially
roster.
Mid lane, you know, if Jensen wants to play for a specific matchup, or if it's just going to be kind of business as usual. There was a lot of talk about, you know,
Blippo
Quad
needs to
maybe
get
being more
some
aggressive
love
and
for
maybe
his
fitting the play style
unibrow
better,
there.
what Inspired wanted to do. But yeah, and then when I was looking at a lot of his play in NACL and looking at some of his
See,
best
you
games,
can tell
looking
that
at his,
Jensen does.
Career, most played champions, it's very similar to Jensen. So like, is there anything behind the scenes, maybe in scrims and stuff, that's showing that, or do you think they're pretty similar players?
I mean, in scrims, Quad is definitely a better player. But to be honest with you, Jensen kind of runs down scrims. So I don't know how much that has to take into account. But on stage, Quad was not very that aggressive of a player. The only time he was aggressive was when he was running it down into me and just dying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
Appa, man.
I'm on Team Jensen.
He's going for him.
Jensen's in the right.
I like that. I like that. I'm ready to see exactly how this draft is going to shape up here. We're immediately starting it off with the Karthus and the Ash banned out by Dig. FlyQuest paying their top lane taxes on red side, banning out the Skarner. Also going to ban out that Rumble. Those top 2 S-tier top laners not going to be allowed in this game, as Dignitas also removes the Senna, and therefore all of the combos that you might play with those farming supports alongside her.
Inspired has been playing a lot of these AP-style junglers, 2 Karthus games, 2 Zyra games, as well as an Italy game. The only AD
yeah, this is the same music that was annoying me last time.
Really heavily focused on this farming style. You know, in the kind of head-to-head little trash talk interview that they did with Jat, Inspired and Jensen was calling Inspired the CEO of Full Clear. So definitely this kind of style that he likes to play, and honestly, it's the kind of style that's really
yeah,
now.
That does sound about right for Inspired. He isn't the flashiest player, but
so
he definitely gets.
I'm just probably taking 80 mid.
He definitely gets shit done consistently.
And then either looking for one of the AP junglers that Inspired's comfortable with.
Which side of that kind of classic mid lane matchup do you prefer, Tristana Corki? Because we're seeing so much of it these days.
I'm a bigger fan of Tristana, but I feel comfortable that I can win both sides. So I'll take either.
What gives Tristana the edge for you specifically?
I think I'm just really comfortable in the champion. Like I'm kind of new to Corki, to be honest, but like Tristana I've played for years at this point. I'm just super comfortable on her.
Okay, makes sense. Well, we've got that Corki locked in for FlyQuest, like you already mentioned. Callista going to be the second pick, and yeah, I feel like Tristana Corki handshake. That's just the way League of Legends
it's
play.
It's the new Azir Corki.
Yeah, it's Tristana replaced old Azir, and so that's what we're likely going to end up having here. Dignitas also going for that Leona first pick of the draft. How do you feel about that being the big priority here for them?
Well, I think Leona is definitely one of the strongest supports, if not, I mean, apparently they dig the strongest support. So it's no surprise.
Fucked it up,
and
boys.
The mid lane matchup is just gonna be a handshake. So like to me, there's no point in first picking one. I can see it. I think Leona's quite a strong champion. I'm always telling Core, Like, if Leona's up core, like, it's a Leona game.
Okay.
Well, and a lot of the tenacity, you know, kind of that has been taken out of the game, I feel like has made Leona so much stronger. That is one of the things that I think is really making it so powerful right now. It's going to be interesting to see how Jensen actually plays on the Tristana as well. It's not, you know, AD mids are not something that you really associate with Jensen. Obviously, he's played a lot of Corki back with the old Corki throughout his career, but only has 7 games in his entire career
Boom,
of
boom.
Tristana. You played more than that in like a week, so...
Probably in entirety of MSI, I was probably playing more than that.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it will be interesting to see how Jensen performs. And he is really someone who is known, obviously, for the
I like how APA's made a name for himself. Like, he's kind of a new celebrity in and of himself.
Those in his entire career, and he's been playing for like 10 years.
And I like that for FlyQuest in terms of why they would prioritize the Corki over the Tristana.
I do like the lapel
just
button.
Saying, okay, if you're probably more familiar with one of these, we're going to make you play the other one. And so we're also going to get the brand locked in for Dignitas over here. Again, we already saw a couple of those AP junglers get banned out in the first half of the draft, so they want to make sure they get their option locked in before more bans come through. Talia picked up for FlyQuest, and now we're going to see Varus and Nautilus banned away.
Yeah, so we have double AP junglers.
Okay, so looking at the comps right now,
what is your take on the strength of Talia as a jungler right now? And
I think I prefer Dignitas's comp right this second.
Right now we're seeing Corki, we're seeing Callista.
Not much setup on the FlyQuest side. I think setup is nice, but it's not necessarily needed. Like, I think, to me, Karthus, Zyra are like the 2 premier AP junglers, and then Tala is just like a step below, similar to Brand. So I think it's just, you know, Dignitas removed 1, FlyQuest removed 1, Dignitas took 1, so they're taking like probably the 4th best AP jungler, but she's still very strong. She clears very, very fast.
Yeah.
Got the new 900 gold item.
Faded Ashes.
Yeah, Faded Ashes.
Yep.
I still think she's quite strong.
Can you buy Faded Ashes? Yes, you're a good jungler.
And
congratulations.
What I'm curious to see here for Dignitas is what ADC they actually take. Because Varus Leona, or Varus Ezreal are both banned from FlyQuest side. So I'm curious to see what ADC you want to pair with the Leona bot lane into Callista.
Yeah, I mean, Ashe is banned, Senna's banned, you know, the Callista's taken away. There's so many bans already. Of course, it is going to be Dignitas targeting supports. Yep. Busio.
I'm so sick of seeing Renekton, bro. I actually liked Dignitas's base comp better already. I'm nervous about the Leo over Callista.
Down there in that bottom lane duo with the Alistar and the Nautilus, loves to be able to toss those.
He can kite. If he goes lethality, not so much. But
in the Renekton for Bwipo up there in the top side, the evergreen staple.
First 2 layers are done.
League of Legends. But what's the answer going to be here from Dig?
I actually really like this Poppy pick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a really strong Poppy pick. It's great into Callista. It's also a good matchup in the 1v1 against Renekton. And I think Licorice is a really strong Poppy player. So
yeah, I think Dignitas's comp is better.
Yeah, no, I agree. Every time you see this guy in solo queue on the Poppy pick, he's always just like 200 armor, 200 MR, just like the tankiest person in the world, engaging for you, doing everything. So I'm a fan of his Poppy. I'm happy to see him picked. Like I said, I'm still curious to see what AC they picked. Kaiser Leona. It's okay matchup. I'm just curious to see how they can end up faring out in the lane, because the Callista lane should be very troublesome for them.
Well, especially if they go Renata.
Let me know, guys. I'm thinking I probably will do a how to solve a Rubik's Cube stream at some point.
I would potentially keep my eyes out for even a lane swap, because we got the tank top lane, we got a rough bot lane matchup. Maybe Dignitas ends up looking for an early swap coming in.
All right, I'm going to ask both you guys, but AP, I'm going to come to you first. We're seeing all 10 champions now. Which one of these drafts would you rather be playing right now?
I'd rather be playing Dignitas.
The Tristana or the Corki here?
I would probably rather be the Tristana. I think the game for Tristana to carry is much easier than the game for Corki to carry.
I agree.
Isaac, what about you? Which one of these?
We're gonna put a full unit on Dignitas.
Both teams got some pretty strong stuff. You know, I think the junglers are pretty similar, the mid laners are pretty similar. I give the edge in bot to FlyQuest in their draft. I give the edge to Dignitas in top. Both teams have pretty good playmaking, so maybe slightly favoring Dig, just because I think Poppy is such a strong pick into both the Callista and the Renekton, and has that additional playmaking kind of when compared to that Renekton. But I think it's gonna be close, and I'm really excited for this first game.
I'm so ready, man. FlyQuest versus Dignitas, the trash talk leading up to it, the events of the rosters that played out between the
That's so interesting. They still have FlyQuest for the series pretty heavily, but Dignitas to win map 1 pretty heavily.
APA, I'm sure you know, most people have you guys ranked up at the top. Dignitas and FlyQuest, all over the middle, depending on whoever's tier list that you look at, right? Obviously, you said
Olipop versus Mike and Ike's.
Overall in this matchup, right?
Yeah.
But I still feel like it might be able to go either way.
It'll be very close.
Yeah, this
I don't
could
think
still be Dig season.
Yeah, I don't think it's one-sided. It could be Dig season.
Okay.
Could be, you could be looking at Tree Quest or whatever their slogan is now. Yeah.
That is a
What I
very
like
fun
is to
stage
keep
floor.
an eye on the all chat, because I know some of these players are not against all chatting.
We have nice to meet you so far. So nothing too vicious going down in the all chat. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, especially if it starts getting spicy, between maybe Jensen and Inspired.
There's going to be some all chatting for sure if that happens.
Exciting. But so far, just
good luck,
some
Jensen.
pleasantries in the chat.
Saying good luck.
Very polite. You gotta make sure that you lull them into a false sense of security. That way
They're
you
nice
can,
people right now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Everybody's just coming out here shaking
Or you
hands.
slam them with the vicious trash talk.
Once that scoreboard doesn't have zeros up at the top, that's when you can start typing a little bit more. But doesn't look like we're going to get anything super interesting here at level 1. Maybe a potential.
I'm not putting the unit in yet. I'm going to wait until first blood or
That's what I
something
was
so the
keeping an
odds
eye
gets
out
better.
From the draft alone, and then, it just looks like they're opting into it.
Yeah, I mean, Kaisa Leona.
I don't love the odds right now.
The lane first few levels, yep.
Yeah, exactly. The first couple levels, you definitely need to get something.
Honestly,
going.
it probably
It's
isn't
gonna
a
be
bad
nice
angle to
because
just
they're
go
also
ahead and
gonna have
put
Poppy
some
with this
on
leash. Poppy obviously very
FlyQuest,
good on the
just
Raptors.
because
Brand starts
the
W, he's gonna be
odds.
clearing this out really, really
And
fast.
honestly,
And Poppy's
FlyQuest
just gonna
is still the
walk
better
along with
team.
him, and be able to
I
get
think.
this clear going very, very
What do you
quickly.
guys
Where on
think?
the other side, Inspired obviously has no leash, so his first camp is going to go more slowly. So we'll see what speed
Here
he can
comes the
actually
Kiyo
get done
ad.
with this first clear, and if he can maybe cross back down towards
You can
bot
see
side and get some
Inspired
extra
coming up
camps.
into the red buff, seeing potentially what he can do. I don't know if he knows.
Now he knows. So now he's going to probably try to go into vertical jungling, but we'll see if Spica is ahead enough that he can actually maybe go down and cross over to his red after this or something along those lines.
Depending on
Whippo
how
is
this
still
mid lane
staying
prowl
too.
goes, it's actually quite hard for Inspired to get into the red side jungle. I guess you do have massive bot gap, but even just the Raptor and raid can be a little bit tricky with Jensen.
Damn.
Yeah, absolutely. So just going to have to keep our eyes on Spica and see where he
That's
wants to
scary
go.
for
If he's
Whippo
pinging,
that
going
he's
over
already
towards
doing
Wolves.
that.
There's question mark things kind of over on Raptors. They don't have exact info on where Inspired is, but they do have a ward over by their own Raptors. So if Inspired walks in through that area, they would have known, but it did now Inspire.
Licorice living the top lane dream here in the lane swap.
Zero CS, zero CCS, yes.
Hanging out in the brush.
The top lane matchup of kings.
He's still having a better time than Whippo, though.
He leashed, so it's top gap.
He at least had a slightly more entertaining side quest to participate in.
There you go, he just got some EXP. The
All
EXP
right.
advantage over Whippo is crazy right now.
Loving life up here.
1 CS as well. He's on the board, baby.
Wow.
All right. That's more than top laners usually get.
Top gap.
Yeah, this is crazy top gap.
Whippo needs to take some notes.
It's
You can
14
see it
gold
right
on
there
him.
The scoreboard plus 14 gold from that caster minion. That's
They canceled their recalls. Whippo knows that they're there. I wonder if he's going to walk up and try to just make them cancel again. Would be pretty risky to do so. So it is.
Jesus
just gonna be
Christ,
recalls. Yep. Whippo now gets to walk back. He's going to be able to get a lot of this XP and we'll be able to pick up a fair bit of farm here. It looks like there's about 6 minions there for him to pick up. So the top gap is going to go the other way now.
While we are watching that top
It's
lane play,
exactly tied mid right now.
mid lane has become very spicy. You can see both mid laners are under half HP. So I'm curious to see if Jensen either chooses to take a reset or, says he's better and tries a 1-for-1 trade against Quad.
Meanwhile, Inspired securing that bottom side Scuttle Crab for FlyQuest, pathing back up into his own jungle now. Jensen has this lane pushed up in mid, but it's not like Inspired has any sort of an opportunity to make a play on him here. As you can see, Spica clearing out the top side Scuttle himself now on the brand. Both these guys at about the same pace, but Spica's going to go
He
for the
missed
invade
it for
here
that.
again, recognizing that Jensen has control over mid. He has the push there. Spica wants to be able to contest, at least for the big chicken. And it looks like
Nice,
that one will be
Spica.
stolen away. Nicely done there.
Yeah.
From the Dignitas jungler.
Let's see. It's currently locked, but I'll go ahead and Oh, and the odds got better for Dignitas win.
And for Spica to be able to end up getting the big one, I don't know how many small wins he got, but I think
Nice. We got good odds on it. Plus 105. 105. That's what you want to see. There we go, boys. All right, so we are definitely on the right path for the bets as long as Jensen and Spica can outperform Inspired and Quad.
As the Zenith Blade going to whiff. Spica's behind them, though.
They know about Spica.
They don't know.
It does not appear so. Busio and Masu going to have to be careful about this one.
they can
Spica
2v3
makes
this
his
one.
entry. Masu and Busio, they aren't afraid about this at all. Spica now having to flash away as the re-engage comes out from Isles, but now he has to flash too. 3v2. These boys are losing it. Dignitas is getting
shit, man.
And FlyQuest make them look silly.
Man, that was really well played. Busio just charged straight back towards the Brand, forced him to use abilities on him, then stayed in the wave. So even though he got the E, he could never actually hit him with the C or the Q to get the stun. And then once you've spent the spell there, there's no way to actually fight back.
At the start, you see Leona missed her Zenith Blade, so it's so hard for them to engage. And if Brand has no
yeah, that's really bad.
Like you said, it's so hard to land this Q onto Busio when he plays in the wave.
Exactly, just playing right in the wave. They got the early chunk as well, so they try to step forward. Spica's forced out. Isles goes back in, but Cleanse was always available. So this is just really good stuff here from FlyQuest, even with the lane swap, avoiding the early levels. Masu and Busio playing very confident.
Yeah, very, very well played by them.
And he dropped Ignite, too.
For the jungle
The coaches are loving it. Maybe
for
should have avoided a
FlyQuest.
couple more levels here in the bottom lane because that was not ideal. FlyQuest up over 1,000 gold now as Busio's coming around mid lane. Jensen going to try to get away from this one. The handshake.
So close.
Forcing the flash out from Jensen even after he uses the rocket jump to make his initial escape.
Still not the biggest thing, but I think the bigger thing is just that since Spica used one of his turns bot side, he's now down 2 camps and then Inspire's gained 3 grubs. So he's potentially down 3 camps or even more if they can invade top side.
Yeah, that is really big. And Licorice, you know, is going to take his first base now on top side. He will have to TP back and catch this wave. Bwipo, of course, does still have his TP, but Dignitas at the very least will take 1 grub away, which is actually quite big. You get a lot of bonus XP on that first grub, and of course it is, you know, denying any potential 6 grub take or anything like that.
Potentially they look for a 3rd Raptor.
Yeah, so far.
Well, also very close.
It's not just a kill. It's a 1.3k difference. And Masu's getting to play bot side, whereas they had to pull Kaisa all the way across the map to help get that 1 grub. That's really, really bad.
Here in the mid lane, that Tristana Corki handshake is just going blow for blow so far.
I think this is actually when the Corki matchup starts to become a little bit more favorable for him.
With the tier 2 boost.
Once he gets tier 2 shoes and some levels in his Q, you can actually start to like win the trades like you can see here.
So talk to me a little bit about the Tabby Rush. Obviously, this is becoming really popular. We're seeing even Merc Treads Rush. Obviously, it's strong for the 1v1, but, you know, do you think, you know, it is worth the trade-off of having that later 1-item power spike? You know, do you think it's just so important to have Prio in that 1v1?
I think it's definitely situational, but when the lane is so close like this, the Tabbies will end up just winning you now. And now, every time Quad can take like a cute chunk, you're always going to win these small trades out, like you can see here. Like, just, you can keep poking and poking and poking. And if you end up sniping him with a big rocket or a Q, he's going to just get such a big HP advantage where Tristana can't even win the 1v1 anymore.
So when you're playing it from the Tristana side, though, now that Tabbies are actually completed, what should Jensen be looking to do, knowing he's going to lose some of these trades? Are you just trying to mostly avoid trading, focus on pushing the wave, farm it out, and wait until you have that Kraken spike when Corki's not going to have an item completed?
You don't have to like fully wait it out, but you definitely lose. If you have some like finesse to the fights and you can dodge his Q, you can dodge his ulti, you definitely win. But you're just not doing a whole lot of damage because you just, yeah, like he just has Tabbies. It's not a whole lot you can do into that.
Up top side, let's check in on how things are going with the Renekton versus Poppy matchup. You guys were both applauding Licorice on the Poppy, recognizing the fact that this guy is one of the experienced Poppy players here in the LCS. Things are pretty stock standard up there right now, but the 1v1 back in mid lane, Jensen's in danger. Has to use that buster shot to keep Quad away. The power of that Corki so threatening right now.
Yeah, that got a little bit risky. It looked like Jensen was just focusing on trying to push in that wave, wanted to kill off the last cannon, and Quad is hitting him, exactly.
Yeah. No, yeah, this matchup around, especially like level 7 with this power spike from Corki, can get super dicey. So once you see Tristana starting losing those matchups, you start to panic a little bit. You know, he's already lost TP, he's lost flash to Busio coming mid, so you're not in the best spot, and then you can't really get help. Yeah. So he just needs any avenue out. So he has to wait the ultimate, which kind of blows, but it's not the biggest thing in the world.
So if you're Dignitas, you know, put yourself in the shoes of Jensen, as we may see a kill here. Sven getting low. They could threaten a dive, but we'll be okay for now.
Oh,
how are you thinking about actually playing?
Those Qs hurt, man.
To bleed out in this game. Your bot lane is
God.
very far behind. You don't have a ton of playmaking on the Tristana. Are you just trying to?
Masu is doing fucking damage on this lethality build.
I mean, to be honest, there's really not much you can do until you get the Kraken Slayer.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Jinx was first released and you maxed W and you could 2-shot people with your W.
You can just straight up 1v1 kill him. Well, right now it's looking
or remember when LeBlanc came out, bro? That shit was so stupid busted.
Yeah, everyone else is just in a stalemate. Like the top lane counter pick.
The one thing that's nice about it is the lethality build doesn't. It's all poke based. It's not as much sustained damage.
Guaranteed to them. Then you lose the 2v3. All of a sudden, the matchup becomes unplayable. You're stuck under your tower. You're not going to be able to.
You just got 338 freaking gold from that.
Finds, you're going to lose it. So it's really tough to play from that spot.
It's a 3,500 gold.
I wonder if it would have been worth it for Lucio to back off.
The gray hourglass there in the grub pit for that second set of those that's about to be ready to spawn now, and it's perfectly synced up with taking out that tier 1 turret in the bottom lane from FlyQuest's side. So now they can bring up that powerhouse Callista and Renata. You've got the first item fully completed now on the Callista there with the opportunity, and Dignitas is going to try to at least take something here, but FlyQuest are making their way over. First
nice.
drum
They have to be
belongs
so
to Dig.
scared. This fight is so scared. Calista's the only person in the map with the item, so she's so strong coming into this fight. Great tally wall.
Inspired blocks everybody off, forces the flash over the wall from Spica, and it looks like Licorice is the sacrifice. FlyQuest are going to pick up a kill.
Damn, guys.
They're gonna have control over the top side river.
Damn, FlyQuest just looks so much better. So much more controlled, especially the bot lane. I didn't expect the bot lane to be so one-sided.
Like Licorice did, or like use your flash out.
Yeah, that was a really nice angle on the wall. They clearly just wanted to try to get one grub, and so they did get the one grub. They tried to get out, but they weren't able to do so in time because of Inspired coming in. And they just know they can't fight anything, and this gold lead is just going to get worse and worse. You know, basically the entire gold lead is almost in bot lane. That's 2.7k of the 3.8. So anywhere Masu is, you don't want to fight, right?
Welcome in.
Such an insane angle, traps 3 people. I think Spica ends up flashing out. Jensen either jumps out, I believe, and then Licorice ends up getting caught by the handshake and just you know, sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, Jensen waiting on the rocket jump just to make sure that he doesn't get caught.
So far, I'm up 2 bets, but I'm probably going to lose this one because Dignitas is just so much weaker than I expected for their star power. Like, they have Jensen, they have Sven, they have Spica, they have Licorice, and they're still just... This is the gold score right now. They're just getting trashed. It's scary how much money that Callista has.
You can start beating those top lane turret, which I'm sure you're going to see within the next minute.
This is Dignitas versus FlyQuest in North America. This is the NA teams.
What are we doing? We're going late.
Well, I did talk about when Tristana does get Kraken.
So all of the LCS teams are based out of LA.
In favor of the Tristana side. So I think
which
now
it's a really pretty center. It's
very aggressively because she does have the
esports arena out in LA. And it's in right in between Santa Monica and West Hollywood.
I don't know if there's any salvaging that.
No, I don't think there is. I mean, I think you're having to look towards playmaking
Here you go.
in 5v5s, right? Anytime you're playing against a Renata, single target burst is not really going to do it in generally. So I think you're relying on the brand, and you're also relying on
it's not like this was the summer finals last year.
If you can hit a
Little Caesars Arena.
Inspired out of the fight, you can maybe take it with an odd numbered matchup there.
Ooh, nice handshake again.
Where are they doing the NA finals this year?
Really reliably so far on the Renata, causing so many problems.
They went to Atlanta right before I moved back, so I wasn't able to go.
And you can see all the control that FlyQuest currently has over
But let me see where it's going to be this year.
They've been able to establish.
And they end up just putting Masu out in the mid lane and going top lane. So I
That's
think
fun. That's
pretty much the next few minutes they're just gonna have guaranteed mid prio up here.
And a flash from the Dignitas top lane as well. Licorice having to escape as Inspired once again being so threatening here on the Talia with that Blackfire torch already completed. This dude is scary. Everybody on FlyQuest is pretty scary right now for Dig. It is a threatening game state.
That makes sense.
Masu just continuing to push up in mid lane here. The damage on these spears, man, with the lethality build on Callista, it hurts so bad.
Yeah. Even Bobo, who's been having like a relatively quiet game, nothing happening top lane. He's already at his 1 power spike, so Licorice just components. So even he is a
looks like
Los Angeles.
Not going to be challenged whatsoever here for the
at the YouTube theater.
They've got 4 grubs to 2, 2 kills to nothing, 1 turret
Okay, so do you want to play some tonight?
The first 2 Drakes as well. Pretty much
Please. I would love to while you're not stressed about it, about people watching you.
And it seems like they came into this game with a plan, and it's paying off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
to really understand it, yeah. And I feel like that's one of the reasons that I really like showing this game to you in particular is because it's such a massive universe and it's so cool and unique.
Dig is going to have to kind of choose their moment.
It's hard.
Also
The more you do it, the more you'll pick up.
really
It's one of those where you get used to it. Such as, you haven't read about the Solarians yet, but they're kind of the most bug-like ones, the ones with the big eyes, and like the little things coming off their head. One of the 3 council races with the Turians and the Sari, and yeah, the Solarians are really cool. They only have half the lifespan of humans. They're salamanders, kind of. Yeah, I'll try a small piece. That buffalo dip's already messing with my stomach.
When do they start to let?
Worth
when
it.
does Dignitas start to play?
They should let APA type in all chat to both teams during the cast.
That would be a pretty kick-ass feature if we could have spectator all chat.
We do actually have spectator all chat.
A spectator all chat would be hilarious. Sorry, what did you say?
But we're not going to do it.
Okay.
All right. Maybe in the future. Maybe
I prefer spinach to remain from the salad packs, is what I've learned.
You know?
Okay.
Cook a little bit later on, but we do have the Rift Herald also going to be picked up there
Fair.
by FlyQuest. You can see the golden outlines alongside that Herald, alongside
Oh my
those
God.
turrets. Dignitas is so far behind; they already have objective bounties if they can manage to find anything. But there's just nothing on the Rift that FlyQuest is
probably
allowing
would be.
them to get even close to. You can see Jensen forced out of this top side matchup as soon as he runs into quad in the river. The Corky's having none of it.
I mean, you can just look at the vision, right? Like you look at
Right
the vision
now,
on the
we're
map,
just.
and it's just
You're gonna open the red one?
be on their
Yeah, I'll
side of the
take a
map.
glass.
They only have defensive vision.
They're just suffocated in.
They're completely suffocated. It's
You
so
wanna come
hard
say
to go
hi?
anywhere on the map because you know any sort of even fight, like even numbers fight, you
No, you
lose,
don't.
and you
You
don't know
look
where
cute.
anyone is. They've got no info, and it makes it so difficult from
No,
this
I'm
position.
not.
You have to, at the very least, be able to defend your own jungle camps to try to.
She's
keep
afraid of
that
coming on
gold
stream.
income coming, or you're gonna bleed out.
And I like the fact that you're talking about even-numbered fights because you're also
Say
up
hi.
against
Okay.
Talia, who can instantly change even a fair fight to an unfair one. As Jensen's jumping in after Quad, but Quad's ready to fire right on back. Busio making his way up through the tri-brush, looking for the dive. Jensen gets away as the teleports are coming in for both sides, but Jensen's gonna
Oh, nice. They got Masu. They got to get him, though. Okay.
shut down back over to Leona as Licorice is in a 1v2. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get himself away from this one, and they cut him down.
Yeah. GG's.
But they're running into the FlyQuest jungle. Sven gets away.
Right into the mouth of
is ready and waiting. There's the barrier. I don't think that's going to do a damn thing. Ace for FlyQuest.
And that just might be the
Captain Flowers is a damn good caster. I got to give him that.
7K gold lead, 17 minutes in. FlyQuest slammed the door shut on Dig. Jensen TP'd back in. He had the tier 2 boots. He obviously had the Kraken for a while, and he felt like he could take quad.
I do miss Dash, though, guys. I still miss Dash.
Getting blasted in that 1v1. Fell very
Oh, he canceled that auto. He canceled his second auto.
as well. And then you're in this spot where you can't take the 1v1 anymore, so all he can do is run, but the flash is there to follow him. Busio is behind him. Inspired's in the area. They're skirmishing on the other side. They did
It's
get this
so
early kill
bad
on Masu, which
that
maybe gives you a
Leo
little
was
bit of
on
hope, but then you
Callista.
realize your soul laners are both losing.
Everyone
Ben
else is
low.
so strong.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I think the terrible thing about this fight for Dig is they lost quite literally, I think, every single flash in the game. I don't think any of them have flash up, so now, like, going into this, like, I mean, you can see it here. Jensen just doesn't have flash. How does he live?
I don't think he does, buddy. This is a pretty bad spot.
Here comes Inspired.
Tristana BN. Inspired is gonna find himself.
Oh boy, Jensen, guys. Jensen is struggling.
For FlyQuest, this game just feels totally hopeless.
Jensen
now
is
for
struggling.
Dignitas. There's no room to move. There's no room to breathe.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in
Thank you.
Dignitas' shoes right now, I don't know what to do. You can't win silent. You can't win team fights. You can't do anything. Like, I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, Inspired gets first blood in the Jensen versus Inspired matchup.
Yep.
Perhaps more important than the FlyQuest versus Dignitas matchup.
There we go. One ding. One takedown on Jensen for Inspired. Honestly, man, there's still only that one kill this whole game for Dignitas. Yes, it was the kill on Masu, like you pointed out in the replay, Azael. But when the kill on the Callista comes at the cost of your whole team,
and everyone's that ahead now, right? Like, that's the problem, is that they committed everything to trying to kill
This
off
is
Masu,
really,
but Quad
really
and Inspired
scary.
are just as fed at this point. You know, you're looking across the board. It's almost an entire item ahead for Inspired. Yeah, he just actually now has his tier 2 boots as well, so pretty much a full item up on Spica. Mid lane monstrously ahead as well. There's just no real area to look towards.
Quad was able to farm top lane tier 1, bot lane tier 1, I believe, or bot lane tier 2. So he just has
This
such a
one is
massive
not
gold
looking
advantage,
good,
even though,
boys.
like, he himself has not been the one in a lot of these plays.
And there's the answer for the question.
And what's terrifying is, like, Dignitas has the better comp, too.
Or will it all come down to the soul? Well, there was no way for them to even get to this third Drake on time. FlyQuest now at soul point as Isles threw out the Zenith Blade there looking for Busio, but he ain't going to find it.
Boom.
As Dignitas again just returning back to their own side of the map. They have no
Wait,
vision.
is that
Even
something
up in
from
the
one of my
river, man.
streams?
Just that one ward in the pixel brush. Everything else just trying to defend, hold on to whatever scraps of Summoner's Rift they still have because the map is getting smaller and smaller for them.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. I mean, I think you're at the point in the game where they know they're insanely far behind. You just overload one side of the map, pray you get a pick, pray someone is playing a little bit disrespectfully, and keep looking for these 3v1s, these 4v2s, these kind of plays.
Farm the bounties, yeah.
Exactly. That's all you can really do is you play towards bounties, you play towards maybe overloading a side and trading for a turret, try to get the objective bounty there, and then you fight for soul, you fight for Baron, nothing else.
Oh, Quad gets jumped on, but now he can immediately just jump back away. Isles is on the front line, and he immediately falls. Quad's gonna take another kill. Dignitas now down a man, and they're about to be down another. Sven trying to escape from Inspired, but it ain't gonna work. Inspired goes on a killing
Good
spree.
God.
FlyQuest just killed 2, and Baron is next in their sights.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take this Baron.
What even is their record right now, guys?
Decide, all right, there's Quad. Let's send it. You know, you have
Let's
to
see.
take a flip at some point.
Something at this point of the game. It's
Exactly.
So far behind. Like, you know, it potentially looked like a good pick. Sadly, you're just down 10,000 gold, so it didn't work out.
Yeah, 10,000 gold, and Busio decided that Mikhail's is a great item to buy when the only chance they have is making a pick with the Leona. FlyQuest pick up the Baron, absolutely no contest. 11,500 gold ahead. Speaker's gonna face check into the brush. That is not where he wanted to go. He luckily gets to get away there without having to spend a
Whippo
flash.
was just merciful.
Yeah, Whippo's just kind of like, you know what,
he felt
pretty
bad.
Yeah.
He felt bad for Speaker. Didn't want to ruin his KDA that much.
It's the
Showed he could beat him, and then he backed up. I mean,
this is what I could do to you.
Exactly. Knowing what we know is just Isles, he probably could have easily taken him down, but he doesn't know, of course, who else is in the area, and if Kaisa is maybe trailing or something like that, then I think that's kind of what he was worried about. But either way, FlyQuest 11,000 gold lead there at Soul.
Yeah, this is brutal. They've just lost across the board.
I mean, just thinking about game number 2.
Licorice is just not tanky at all.
It's tough because it is a very stompy game, but at the same time, I think you do have a little bit of the cope of just saying, well, the bot lane gank went that bad, and that was kind of the game.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what Dignitas does in draft, because I'm personally not the biggest fan of Leona Kaisa into the Costa matchup, especially when Busio gets R5 counterpick, and he's so good at like these counterpick supports.
Yeah. So do you think then the mistake was letting your bot lane picks fall to the second round, right? Because there were so many bans thrown towards it, or was there a specific pick you would have still preferred them go, even with everything that had been banned out?
Well, I think it differs from team to team, but I think like
they're 1-1 on the split.
And Varus are like two big components to match.
Shopify Rebellion really holding down that last place
drop your
spot.
4-5, they just get banned out, and then it's like, well, now what do you do?
Yeah.
Now you have to go Kaisa, but then Kaisa's just not that good in the Kalista.
And you could see the damage up
Yeah, I feel like
range.
Energy, Immortals, 100 Thieves, and
from Quad right now, who does have the Trinity Force,
Dignitas are about on the same tier, really.
Seal in inventory halfway there to the third completed item. Now just have to back up a little bit as Licorice can at least hold on to the tier 2 here in the mid lane. FlyQuest still commanding the Baron for a little bit more than one additional
At least there's a little bit of parity in the top
Honestly,
3
I'm a little bit
teams.
surprised they didn't just torpedo right down one of the lanes and break right into the base from this one.
Between
Soul does
FlyQuest,
come
Squad
up
9,
in
and
a minute 10
Team
seconds,
Liquid.
So if you're FlyQuest side, you can say the instant you get Soul, it's such a broken Soul, Hextech Soul. Once you get it, you win the game. So maybe they're just playing for that.
Well, it definitely appears to be that way as FlyQuest are gathering their forces here in the bottom side river. Inspired just going to pick up the camps on the way there. Masu securing the Scuttle Crab here for the team.
If this game goes late, I could still win this.
Dignitas being forced back. It looks like FlyQuest know
I don't
exactly
think
what
this
they're
game's
going
going
for.
late,
What they're
though.
going for is Isles. He has to flash the seismic shove just to get away. The Weaver's wall will collapse in time for him to complete his escape. But what about Jensen? He's now the guy who's got to be careful. Isles goes in with a Zenith Blade. They've locked up Quad, but it ain't going to matter. Isles down to 200 HP.
He got him.
Quad dies first. Nicely done from Dignitas, but it is going to be a mid laner for mid laner trade. 4v4, but Sven and Isles are both at death's door. They have to try to get away from this one, but Whippo's still chasing him.
Oh, good flash.
But it ain't going to happen. happen. Masu gets the kill as Whippo's flash stun set it up. Licorice, Sven, and Isles all still running.
At least Sven got the shutdown.
Contest this upcoming Drake here in about 10 seconds.
Goodbye.
Sven's still at about 100 HP, trying to get away from Whippo. He escapes for now. They're trying to turn their attention back over to the FlyQuest top laner, but it ain't going to matter. Licorice knocks the
Send him straight back to Jen.
Oh.
And Licorice doesn't even live.
They just passed the
Hey, at least he executed.
A turret kills him. I guess that's about the best thing you could hope for on Dignitas' side right now. A double kill for Inspired. A delayed ace.
25, 15K. 15K. Jesus Christ.
Just giving one up there to Whippo.
Don't kill me, you can kill this guy.
At the very least, he does get the execute, but this one's pretty much all done but the crying. They're going to grab the soul as well.
So sad for husband. Licorice just smiling.
They are windows, but it just
Uh-oh.
doesn't matter. Even if
there
you
we
get
go.
those, but it just doesn't matter. Even if you get the one kill, when you're this far behind, you have to commit so many resources to that one kill that you have no ults, you have no summoners, you have nothing left, and you're chunked. And then all of a sudden you have to deal with four other
guys who are also God.
Uh-oh. We, looks like we got even more problems. Another beautiful
Busio,
handshake
Jesus.
from Busio. Uses the flash to guarantee another death for Jensen.
See, I said I thought this year was going to be close, but honestly, after game one, I'm not so convinced.
Yeah, this is not a good showing from Dig. FlyQuest are just stomping them 16-2. And now, with the enemy mid laner and AD carry both dead for the next 25 seconds, it should
it just looks like another 2-0.
for FlyQuest to wrap up this first game.
This might be the push here.
Yeah, first inhibitor turret's already
Yeah,
gone.
so what I'm going to do is for map 2, we're going to go ahead and put under 29 minutes.
Again, going to be forced to flash just to try to stay alive. Whippo gets stunned as he goes
And we'll put a half unit on under 29 minutes for the second for map 2.
Game, and it ain't even close. Jensen's alive. They're still looking to make an extra statement here. They're still looking to prove their point and rub Dignitas' faces in it. FlyQuest are taking it slow and steady because they already won the race. Sven at least gets a kill on Busio, but it's 19-3, and FlyQuest absolutely
Under 22 kills, too.
Wow, that was a statement game. FlyQuest absolutely obliterate Dignitas. It was almost as many thousands of gold ahead as for minutes that were played in the game. Like, this was like a 20K gold lead at 27 minutes. The minions don't even spawn until a minute 30. This was a crazy game.
I think massive props, honestly, to the FlyQuest bot lane.
Yes.
They outplayed the 2v3 gang.
I'll put a quarter unit on a map handicap for FlyQuest.
Yeah, Busio was everywhere. After they got that massive lead, you talked about how it felt like there was nowhere Dignitas could play on the map because anywhere Busio and Inspired were, they were unbeatable. And he really was everywhere. He had such a big effect on this game. That young bot lane for FlyQuest making such a difference in this first match.
Awesome show from FlyQuest for game number 1. And a reminder, tickets are officially on sale for the LCS Championship at the YouTube Theater in Los Angeles. Head over to Ticketmaster.com to claim your spot. Hell yeah, boys, we're going to be there as we head to
How many kills did Licorice get?
MasterCard Player of the Week, Sven.
What's up, guys? We got MasterCard Player of the Week for Week 2. Sven here. Congratulations on the win. Thanks, bro. God, you're back. You instantly win it in Week 2. How's it been overall?
This is terrible, terrible timing for this interview.
It's good to be back. We're just disrespecting support players. Yeah, we really are. Oh my God. So we're doing something different since the last few years with our Player of the Week interviews. Basically, I've got 90 seconds, rapid fire questions. You can decline them and move next if you want to, but I hope that you don't do that. Am I getting grilled or what? A little bit. Okay, hit me. So
A little bit. Interesting.
Yeah, hit me. Okay, go. Messiest teammate.
Speaker.
Biggest coper on the team.
Jensen.
Yeah.
Biggest griefer.
Jensen. And Speaker. They can share that one.
Okay, they're sharing that award?
Yeah.
What has playing support taught you personally?
AD carry players are too greedy or too selfish at times.
Yeah. What annoys you the most about support players now that you've gone out of that role?
Decline. I don't know. I don't have one.
Okay. Least likely to survive on their own.
Speaker.
Who's the biggest talker?
Me and Speaker.
Okay. Top 3 AD carries in the league. And you can add yourself if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Me, Berserker, Yawn.
Yawn.
Who did you learn from the most in your
Fair.
career? Be it like a support that you worked with or a coach?
Mithy.
Mithy. What AD carry do you watch to learn from the most? Or just out of entertainment?
Elk.
The Elk. Elk's a really good one.
Or Nerf. So which Nerf would you want between Warmogs and Skarner?
Skarner.
Well, Skarner's getting nerfed next patch already, so Warmogs, I guess.
What champ?
I don't really care about Warmogs, honestly.
Okay. You don't. Well, okay. What champ do you int on the most?
Decline.
Where did Niels come from? That name that you had before you changed his Ven?
It was just like a joke I had with an old friend, and it just kind of stuck. I forgot to change it before the season started, and I got locked in for a year.
Okay.
Lamau.
Then you found a chance, though.
Yeah.
All right, so that rounds out the questions overall. Man, like you've had. So how's it been just coming back into the league?
It's nice. The team atmosphere is really good. We lose every scrim, but the team is doing well. Like the atmosphere is really nice, like I said, and everyone's having a lot of fun. And I do think we're improving slowly, but it's like we're playing better on stage than we are in scrims, which is like it's a good thing, but also a bad thing because we can't really like scrim, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like it's not too good. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, I guess.
Last question. What season is it?
Dick season.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations.
Dick
Maybe
season.
get another player of the week in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
What? Dig season, not dick season. Oh guys. Oh guys.
Red Bull gives you wings.
That was brutal. Can we get rid of that? What the fuck? So let's look at the kills for this one for map 2. I'm going to say under. Ooh, that's a really good bet. I'm going to say, since I'm already doing that, I'm going to say FlyQuest to win plus... yeah, I'm going to say FlyQuest 2-0 the series. And then... why would I bet on which Drake it is? That's like... it's a lottery bet. That's not worth it.
You got a friend in me.
Celebrate friendship and beyond at Pixar Fest at the Disneyland Resort. Start the party with the Pixar Pals Parade and end the evening with the Pixar-themed fireworks show on select nights. Now including new Pixar moments from Elemental and Turning Red. Pixar Fest for a limited time at the Disneyland Resort, starting April 26th through August 4th. Tickets and park reservations required. See Disneyland.com for details.
You got a friend in me.
I'm going to say under 26 and a half. Dude, I don't know. I kind of like under 24 and a half. Feels really good. I'm going to do a quarter unit bet on that. I don't want to bet too much on it. And of course we're just going to say FlyQuest 2
To learn more,
2-0. And I'll put a full unit on 2-0 to FlyQuest if I like. Honestly, after seeing how badly they won the first, or how hard they won the first draft and then lost the game, yeah. All right, yeah, no, Busio kind of fucked him to a level, but that's what Busio did. He really did just completely and totally fuck him that game. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go and put that unit in for a Queen 2-0. Alright, so I got 3 bets. I got a full unit bet on FlyQuest 2-0. I put a quarter unit on under 24.5 kills, and I put a half unit on under 29 minutes. But all those odds were really, really good, so Let's see how that goes. I'm going to run to the restroom. I'll be back.
Welcome back to the LCS Summer 2024. We are in the middle of Dignitas versus FlyQuest. Trash was talked. Rivalries were sparked up. Dudes were getting heated. And then game number 1.
Dignitas was slammed.
It was a beatdown. You probably can't even show that in some states. It was just brutality. And Dignitas are going to have to find something better here in this second game. Let's see how they change it up. It's Kalista immediately banned out. They do not want to deal with that one again. Triple champ bans from Dignitas. The Kalista, the Ashe, the Senna. Meanwhile on FlyQuest, they're going to remove the Zyra alongside those two top-tier top laners in the Rumble and Skarner. But yes, the Karthus being left up, that's the big difference from draft number 1 here in the bans, as Leona is once again prioritized for Dig.
Exactly, and Inspired has been prioritizing that Karthus quite a bit here. Those drawings are sick. That is cool.
Every time I see people with drawings like that, I always wish I could draw something better than a stick figure.
It's hard, man.
It's tough.
It's hard to even write your name and have it look good.
Once I learned the magic of signing by just making the first letter
just
and then
do a little
scribble.
squiggle? Yeah.
No,
That's OP.
Yeah, I actually don't remember how to write cursive at all. I literally don't know. So squiggles forever, man. But we got that Leona for Dig. FlyQuest gonna go ahead, grab themselves the Ezreal. And do they really want to go for this brand? Or is this just the, hey, we know that you just played this and inted on it, so we're just going to remind you of that real quick before we lock in our pick?
It might be a little bit of that, but Dignitas have got to fight back in game 2 to keep this a rivalry and stop it from being bullying.
Yes!
Because FlyQuest crushed them in game number 1, but I think if you were coming into the series, even if you thought FlyQuest was going to win, I don't think you would have thought that it was the bot lane that crushed Dignitas.
Right.
You know, you wouldn't have thought that was the way it was going to happen. And to me, game 1 was so much about the bot lane. They forced the lane swap with the matchup, then they played the lane swap well. They win this 2v3, which was really what blew everything wide open. Then they had so much prio bot that they're taking all 5 plates and the tower bot. They're getting all dragons, all objectives. Busio is roaming around the map, creating advantages for Quad and Inspired as well. I just think it was really impressive to see this youngster bot lane crushing it like that.
Busio was my MVP for game number 1, and it was not close. This guy set up everything. He made everything constantly happen. Those handshakes, the hostile takeovers being placed beautifully alongside the walls from Inspired. This time around, though, we're going to get the same 2 champions in mid lane. I mean, it's Tristana Corki. It's summer 2024.
Yeah.
This is the way League of Legends is played, but it's the other way around this time. Jensen's going to be playing that Corki, which he is more experienced on.
Yeah, exactly. He really is a lot more experienced on it. And it's going to be interesting because, you know, when the Ezreal got locked in, I was thinking, hey, this could actually be going mid because we've seen Quid kind of popularize that in the LCS. And, of course, it is now going to be going down to Masu unless they're doing something really crazy. Triss can still be played bot, but it's almost exclusively played mid and pro. Yeah. So we are definitely expecting these to be kind of standard roles. It is the Kai'Sa again, which is kind of interesting because it really did not work out in that first game, but I think their read is that it's less about the Kai'Sa and more about the Kalista, and taking the Kalista away, they're going to feel confident. When you think back to the kind of olden days where Kai'Sa was really popular and in every single game for a long time, Kai'Sa was kind of considered this like pseudo counter into Ezreal because Ezreal couldn't really punish in lane, and then you could actually win 1v1s by getting aggressive. You know, you E forward, you get the plasma on them, then when they shift back, you R into follow, and you kind of win this 1v1. So people considered that an advantageous matchup for the Kai'Sa. We'll see if that ends up being a point of power for Dignitas, though, because they spent a lot of their draft priority on getting these bot lane picks.
Yeah, and looking at the draft here in the second half, I like FlyQuest's focus because they ban out those 2 remaining high-tier AP junglers. We heard APA talking about it in game number 1, saying, hey, it's the Karthus and the Zyra that are the top tier, and then below them is the Brand. A little bit below that is the Talia. So we'll see what Dignitas wants to pilot. Azale, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to see Nidalee. If I see Nidalee, I'm going to tilt.
I am not a fan of Nidalee at all. You know, there are other options. If it is a melee-heavy team, it's not really a melee-heavy team, but you can sometimes see things like Lilia. I actually think low-key Rumble Jungle is not too bad. There are a lot of...
It's banned, though.
Yeah, excuse me, but like even just talking about like as far as like solo queue tier, there are a lot of AP jungle options you can go. You can go different routes, like things like Ivern, obviously not bringing a lot of AP damage, but it is another one of those junglers that can be pretty powerful. It is going to be the Nidalee though, and it is going to be Nidalee Cassante. Nidalee Leona, at least you have a little bit of setup. Flowers looks very sad right now. Got the 1,000-yard stare. Nidalee is just not something that has really been working out in the LCS. Honestly, the only league it's really looking good in is the LPL. And then, of course, like Gen.G looks good, but Gen.G kind of just looks good with everything.
I feel like that's more of a Gen.G thing than a Nidalee thing.
Exactly, right? But you know, when I look at win rates for the different leagues, it was really only the LPL that had a good win rate. This was last week, but you know, the LCK had around a 40% win rate for Nidalee. LCS was like winless. LEC, you know, hadn't really been playing it at all. The first game that I saw them play, they lost on it as well. So it's just really only been something that has been really successful in kind of really heavy skirmish leagues, and that's why some people are thinking, hey, maybe this is more successful in the LPL because these teams are just kind of fighting a lot early, and that's maybe causing the Nidalee to be able to kind of get into these advantageous positions. But especially against Karthus, like you don't really even outpace the Karthus as far as farming at all, and there's a lot of pressure.
Alrighty, we're back.
I will say,
we're almost back there too. That's good to go. Anybody stop by?
Kind of, you know, better than it was in the past, so at least you can kind of be a little bit of kind of pseudo poke and heal. But I agree that it is not the pick that I would love to see, and I think looking over at what FlyQuest have drafted, it is going to be a really tough game for Dig. The Poppy also got moved down towards bot, and it's Hail of Blades Poppy for Busio.
That's a scrappy Poppy.
That is kind of crazy. I don't know if I've really seen Hail of Blades Poppy much at all.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen Hail of Blades.
Stuff, but then people, when they go with Validity,
Hail of Blades Poppy is interesting. There's a
Nidalee.
I mean, hey man.
Oh, let's look at these.
The let him cook pass. After that game number 1, I believe in this dude.
Let him cook.
All right? I want to see what he's ready to bring out for this one. Going up against that Leona Kai'Sa duo again, this time with the Ezreal and the Poppy. I think there's just so much pressure on Spica in particular, because we talk about how game number 1, everything just collapsed right at the start with
Inspired,
that 2v3 outplay
Blippo.
that FlyQuest made. It's Spica who started that playoff. It was FlyQuest responding to Spica's attempt at a gank. And now, Spica's on a champion that you really want to have some high tempo early with, and I want to see how successful he can be at it, because I think so much of Dignitas' chances in this game are going to be riding on him.
Yep, absolutely. But if you're wondering why this matchup was kind of considered so spicy, there's been a lot of trash talk going back and forth. It kind of started with this inspired interview after finals where he's kind of putting a lot of the blame onto Jensen. You know, and Jensen, this was his quote in an interview talking about how, you know, he felt like FlyQuest had already made the decision to get rid of him, but just really weren't being honest with him, really weren't telling him. And there was also another kind of similar situation for Spica where he had a lot of frustrations where he had actually found out that he was officially off of the org through Twitter. You know, didn't actually feel that he had been communicated with. So there's a little bit of heat with that. There's also some heat between these players because Jensen Inspired have been kind of going back and forth on some content now. You know, Bwipo is obviously a very big kind of boisterous personality, and he's going to talk his split whenever he feels like he should. You know, these guys are really confident. And I don't think they're necessarily even seeing it as trash talk. They're just seeing it as like, hey, I'm just being honest about how I feel. You know, if you messed up, I'm going to tell you. But it has created some pretty cool stories and some pretty cool content, and it's created a bit of a rivalry here in the LCS.
It's so much more fun to watch it when it's like that, you know, when you have just that extra little bit of
We're doing connections while we're waiting here for something to happen.
CLG and TSM days, right? Hotshot and Reggie going at it with who's going to win, having those matchups with so much on the line that everybody got so invested in. But We're zooming out here, taking a look at all 3 lanes. Licorice on that Cassante does have to deal with the terror that is TF top. This guy is such a pain to deal with for so many melee top laners.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do kind of have to wonder, did he think it was just going to be Poppy top that he was going to be laning against? You know, was that a little bit of a curveball? This is going to be the 5th game in major regions this split that Poppy has been played support. Mickey obviously got a lot of attention playing it internationally and has been really good on it for G2. And 3 of these 4 games have been played with the Halo Blade. So obviously Halo Blade's going to be really aggressive for the laning phase. As Quad just jumping in on Jensen there, taking a nice early trade and did reset the rocket jump. So could potentially go forward even further. But has to be careful about that cannon that is just pelting him right now and kind of evening out that trade. But it's also just kind of playing, with... Really
Jensen's losing both sides.
Poppy, you have to really be in their face and have to be looking for these plays. Because if you play passively, you just don't get a lot done.
Right, you're just kind of sitting there being like, I guess I can soak skill shots for you or whatever, or stop somebody from dashing. But we can see Inspired making his way.
Good lord, look at that top lane CS gap.
That his bot lane is about to try to crash this wave into the turret. He wants to make sure that he's here in case Spica was going to try to.
That top gap is fucking massive. Damn.
Pathing back up towards the top side of the map. It's Inspired who will secure this bottom river scuttle crab. Spica's going to do the same thing up on the other side of things. And honestly, everything's just pretty quiet here in the early game.
Yeah, very, very even across the board, except for that top lane where it is, pretty decent gold lead opening up there for Bwipo. We have to see how many minions are still left to farm for Licorice, of course, as he may just have more to collect. But TF expected to get an advantage in that 1v1, absolutely. And you are just kind of cheating and printing extra gold with that passive. So it's going to be difficult for Licorice, and it's just going to be about him kind of surviving. I do think that Bwipo is someone that they potentially want to target with some of these ganks, and also playing alongside Isles is going to be really important for Spica. They have got to be successful as a duo, moving around, landing the stun on Leona, guaranteeing the spear, having that follow-up.
There we go, and we'll do the mini crossword while we're waiting as well.
For now, it looks like he's going to look for a wraparound potentially here on Quad.
Nope, just looking out for some chickens. A jungler's best friend. Gotta make sure you keep tabs on those as Inspired. Now just going to continue his own farming.
All right.
Up the last little tiny Kruggy. And right back into the chickens he goes. So
and while it's being slow, what I'll go and do is we can play some Laldl.
But Licorice stuck underneath this turret, man. Low health, low mana. Bwipo crashing that big wave in right now. He's already up plus 18. Even if Licorice farms all of these minions, he's not going to make all that up.
No, absolutely. He's still going to be down a good 10 CS pretty much no matter what happens here, which is a pretty difficult situation, but that is kind of the situation you often find yourselves in, especially when it is double.
All right. Start off with
even
Quinn.
reduces the options of like, oh, he messed up. Maybe I can look for an all-in. Well, no, you
Well,
really can't. It's very.
That's not exactly the best way to start off in Laldl.
As well, right? So it really limits the options for the Cassante, and it just becomes about loss mitigation and being more valuable later on in the 5v5.
And especially for Cassante, so many times when you see Cassante catch somebody off guard in top lane, it's because they step just a little bit too far forward. They get
so they're either energy or nothing.
You so far. TF never really has to step close enough that Cassante can even do that, right?
Yeah.
Like the guy's range really ruins so much of that potential setup that Cassante would
Zed.
look for that X factor with. Back in the bottom lane, Dignitas's duo is so much happier with the way things are right now than the way that they were in the previous.
Absolutely. I mean, and we're just going to have to see, when these opportunities present themselves, can Busio find the angles? Because when
it's
you're
not
playing
energy.
Poppy, when you're playing Poppy support, he's going to be going Bloodsong, almost guaranteed. And it is just about finding that angle. They step forward for that split second. You flash in, you stun him against the wall, you knock him up, you set up those 100-0 plays. That's really what it is all about. That X factor, being able to reject people with this FF presence, with that W, as they're going in on these dashes as well, is really, really
It's
big.
definitely not Rakan. That's too late.
Because even if the Nidalee gets to a strong point, if you hit a spear and you want to jump in, all of a sudden you get stunned up by the Poppy as you go in from Poppy's W. You could just be lights out.
Ooh, Licorice, just when I said he shouldn't be able to find these angles, he finds one. Bwipo popping the ghost, though. Licorice might have gone all out, but Bwipo disengages. Now Busio in some trouble. Steadfast presence stops the full Leona engage. Busio has to flash to survive as Masu flash and cleanse, trying to get away from that one. Pardon, just the arcane shift. Flash still in his back pocket, still ready to use that one. Dignitas at least getting some of those summoner spells out of the FlyQuest duo.
Exactly, yeah. It was Isles flashing in there to try to land that stun as Spica went in.
Interesting.
For the Axew pouncing forward. Inspired now. there with Quad. Jensen could come over. They do have the extra man here, but the bot lanes are all coming up.
Isles down to 100 HP. He's likely to die. It's first blood over to Quad, but he's going to be traded right on back. Dignitas still looking for the 3v3 here. They know they've got health advantage. Spica wants to fight.
Oh, if he found that spear, that could have been up to a triple.
And it looks like Dig won't get anything else. A 1-for-1 trade here with the very start. The
all right.
Sven's going to be happy about that one.
Sven's going to be very happy about that one.
Getting a kill, so both teams getting a kill onto one of their AD carries, going to be feeling pretty happy about it.
Melee 2012.
Doesn't even get an assist in there, so
not a top laner.
As far as the gold is concerned,
does not use energy.
He pushes it out. He is up farm and back towards top lane now. Licorice just kind of continuing to deal with this punishment. The second plate here about to follow, and he does not.
Because
have
Talon
he does not have all that.
uses mana.
So it would be really hard to find an angle.
Also, he's human.
Has gone towards the Merc Treads, which are obviously going to be helpful for the gold card, but at the same time, it's...
Here, I'm going to put Rakan in, just because I know it's not him, but maybe it'll give me some more information. Not support, so it's a jungler or an ADC.
FlyQuest setting him up to be able to mine even more money off of this turret.
So I'm guessing it's a jungler. And it is Vistayan.
FlyQuest's gold lead is almost entirely on Whippo, on the TF here in top side, as Sven and Isles hanging out inside the tri-brush. Might just try to wrap around on these guys, but they think better of it.
Yeah, they do have the
I had a feeling it was going to be Vistayan for some reason.
And Sven, and there is no cleanse on Masu. So if you could actually connect onto him, there is potential that they could go in, look for an all-in play. As Quad, again, jumping in.
Yeah, Quad is not afraid here on the Tristana in mid lane. You do
Quad's playing better than Jensen, straight up.
Whatever you'd like to call them, purchased here for the Corki. So Jensen knows that he's got that extra early power spike compared to what Quad has. Still just not going for that himself. Has the Vamp Scepter. Back down in bottom lane, Masu just firing off that True Shot Barrage. Might be able to cancel a recall there. Yep, Isles going to be stopped on that one. But one thing that I'm watching in this game, Isles has by far the biggest engage potential of anybody on the Rift. FlyQuest's engage tools are pretty limited. They have pick potential, right? Twisted Fate can show up behind somebody. Maybe Poppy gets a good angle. But there's no hard go button on FlyQuest.
Stein. Oh, is it?
You do have a little bit of poke, obviously, with the Ezreal. And we've seen when Karthus really gets going, sometimes the way they start the fight is just with the Karthus ult.
Rengar?
It says you don't get to fight, right? You know, you set up to the objective. You have them walking in.
Nice.
Gold cards, 2 potential Ezreal poke. The Karthus damage as well can become very, very difficult. So when they do group up, I think it's going to be a lot about, you know, just these rapid fire gold cards coming out.
Sure, I think who has the feather, and he has the feather in that
so it won't be as
one.
much for them to have that primary engage. And on the other side, I think it's more onus on
Shaken, not stirred.
And here we go. Hex flash over the wall from Busio. Isles is going nowhere. Masu gets the kill.
Man, Isles is just being tracked everywhere.
Yeah, Isles is getting brutalized, man.
Recall after recall after recall, getting stopped there by
What champion
Masu,
says shaken,
and
not stirred? Who thinks that they're James
Bond?
Bond?
Busio got out on the map, was able
Jace?
to get some wards down on bot side, and that helped actually spot Isles as he was making his own move around, gets spotted on the
not
recall. And Hex Flash over the wall from Busio, stuns him in the wall, sets up another easy kill there for Dig. Or on Dig.
I don't know who says shaken, not stirred.
Nearly 2,000 gold lead.
Gragas?
Bottom lane 1v1. Here with
Who
the
else
AD
is an
carries,
alcoholic?
the killer instinct barrier alongside
Okay, Sven.
Masu's down to 150 HP. Like
Oh my god!
Masu gets the outplay for the kill as Whippo is
What?
and Licorice on the other side of the map.
Man, that is devastating for Sven. He even used the barrier, used both his summoners there, flashed over the wall, but the Q came back up, I assume, for Masu, and he just hits him with the Q as he flashes in. That's that matchup.
God!
That's why people like this. Is what I was talking about in pick and ban. You know, back in the day when Christ was
Holy shit, okay. Masu.
Because of those situations where you find yourself in
The old guard is definitely the old guard nowadays, guys.
But Masu finds the outplay, moves to 2-0, and bad goes to worse here for Dig.
Back up to a 2,000 gold lead here, just 11 minutes into the game. Better state than it was in game 1 for Dignitas, but still not what they want to see. Quad goes in for Jensen. Yet again, he's down 1 level, so he doesn't really want to force this any harder. Out there, just drops the ignite. They're going to keep Sven here. Inspired, throws out the wall. Masu's trying to get the wave pushed up. They don't just want to hard dive Sven underneath the turret, but they are keeping him away from any possible escape avenues. Sven down to 100 HP.
Got close.
Going to eat a turret shot, but Sven's going to eat dirt. Inspired's holding the spoon to feed it to him, and it's a 4-1 game. For
Oh my god, Jensen! Win a trade, God!
Quad's aggressive
Holy
movements
shit.
here in the mid lane, while Spica and Licorice will at least be able to grab something up in the top side. They got the second trio of grubs. They're going to get the first turret of the game and try
Screw
to
it. I'm
put
going to
this
put
gold
Corki
lead
in.
back to
Nope,
something more
not Corki.
controllable. Meanwhile, Inspired's going to take the second Drake, and nobody from Dig is around to stop it.
Yeah, the gold lead shrinking a little bit with that top lane tower take, but again, it is Inspired just power farming
Graves?
here. It's Masu and Busio creating advantages
No.
for the squad again. And now Busio up towards
Yeah,
top
no, he
side.
has got his
He's just
cigar.
been so impactful through both games.
Is he gonna be a
really
chick?
showcasing his stuff here. And Licorice is not out of the woods just yet. And if he goes for a lazy recall, Busio is likely to find him here. We'll see if he does actually
Be like
check the rush.
LeBlanc.
Now,
I don't think it's
Licorice
LeBlanc.
is gonna have to try to
Ari.
get out of there, but he gets knocked back and still could get stopped.
No, okay.
Done. Cassante cannot escape. He tried to get
Yeah.
steadfast.
FlyQuest just steamrolls the rest of this bullshit, but let's listen.
Shaken,
Nicely done
not
by Busio.
stirred.
You know, potentially Licorice could have just led with All Out when he was kind of behind him, but I think he thought, I can just walk this one out. But at the end of the day, Busio
I have
knocks
no
you back,
idea.
then has that steadfast presence, stops you again. Spica is here. Could look for something if he can find a spear.
Whose
but
voice
they're
was
just gonna have to drop
that?
it 'cause he's worried
Shaken,
that other
not
people are there. So that's
stirred.
2 waves at least all going down, and multiple plates are going to fall, and your top laner just died. So now it's a 3,000 gold lead here. FlyQuest firmly in the driver's seat here once again, and we can watch this 1v1.
Yeah,
You can
this
actually
is
catch the very
wild.
beginning of it, but both players trying to sidestep each other over and over again. It looked like Masu was just hitting every
Oh!
and then Sven making sure he can flash the wall, gets right up against it, flashes over, gets hit by the Q. You can see the frustration on his face. He knows that's what they were looking for. And the frustration from the Dig staff as well. They know that is the situation that you have this matchup for. But Masu just didn't miss a Q that we saw. He was hitting everything, and he was playing in the wave. So the rain from Sven is just getting spread across
Shaken,
all of these
not
different units,
stirred.
right? It's not all hitting the
Who
one
does
guy.
that?
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred.
Luckily, he does have Sven and
Shaken,
Spica both nearby,
not
so FlyQuest
stirred.
can't fully commit
It's
to
down
picking up
there.
another kill. But yeah, we were talking about Dignitas grabbing that first turret up there, trying to bring the
Why am I
gold
going to be
lead back
mad?
to
I
something
feel like
more
I'm going to be
approachable.
mad
And then as
once
soon
I
as
figure
we
out who this
mention
one
it,
is.
FlyQuest make the play to double the gold lead that they had, up to 3,500 here. Again, 14.5 minutes into the game. The Rift Herald is live on the map, and once more, it's so much FlyQuest vision in the topside river.
Yeah, it is going to be really, really tough, I think, for Dignitas to kind of find those angles that they're going to need to make something happen.
I gave
in
up
this
on that
game.
one, boys. I'm not going to lie.
Reality is,
That's
yeah,
that one I
Spica's
had to
got a little
Google.
bit done.
It makes sense. It's singed.
Jump in from quad, but Busio is behind him. Spica going to help to keep him safe. I mean, you're 0-0-1 on the Nidalee at 15.
Yeah, I
minutes
should
here.
have gotten that
You know,
one
you are
because he is
about
the
equal in
potion
farm,
guy.
but Karth is just in such a better spot.
Yep. Dignitas, they're all hanging around down here, but there's not really anything they can find just yet. And honestly,
That would be
might have a problem up here
Fish,
in the
Fish,
top lane
Fish
as well.
from
Whippo chasing after
Fizz,
Licorice
of
here,
course.
just putting the bullets in him.
Shark!
What do you do? I don't think you want to go any closer, buddy. It's time to get the hell out of town. Whippo's looking to cut him up as Busio survives the dive here in the bot lane. They're going to get another kill back onto Isles as Whippo takes out Licorice on the other side of the rift. It's a 2-0 across the map, and FlyQuest is once again making fools out of Dignitas.
They are.
Played that out really well, but there's just nothing that Licorice can do.
Hey.
The TF is too damn fast. He's chasing you down. He tries to turn for a potential all-in, but you're never going to be able to win when you're that far down in health. You can't escape, though, either.
Rock
as even
solid.
once the ghost expires, he just uses the ult to continue the chase. So Licorice kind
No.
of checkmated in that position. Whippo
With a dunk.
really kiting it out well.
Malphite's kind of a
now,
dunk.
Dignitas
Really?
up against
Darius?
it, down 4K.
Really?
They already lost game number 1.
SOS.
It's 1-7. And Inspired here, continuing to farm, taking away the scuttle, going to look towards Herald and just extending that lead even further as Isles is dead.
Isles is
Jesus
not getting
Christ.
away from that one, man. The support gap in this series has been massive. Busio is everywhere. He is making plays day and night. And Isles has just not been able to find the same results, the same success. 0-4-1 here on this Leona. I mentioned earlier how critical I think he is in this game because he is that one guy that really has a go button.
Bro, who is this? Not Set? It's not
Just hasn't really been able
Darius?
to find any of those angles, and it feels like he's just not right place, right time. You know, so much of League is being in the right spot. As Quad, not afraid at all. He's the one chasing after Spica and Licorice. Maybe they can find something here.
Yeah, Quad trying to kite it out. Flashes away, stays alive. Blade of the
Spica, you can't miss those.
First item gives him that extra little bit of burst. As Busio could be in some danger. Licorice looking to force him back. Nice.
There we go. Inspired side.
Busio wanting to keep his jungler alive, but it ain't gonna work. Isles is on the board. They get the shutdown on Inspired.
It's so unfortunate because last game when they got the big shutdown on Masu, it went to the Leona. This game when they get the big shutdown on Inspired, goes to Leona. Not where you want to see it. Whippo maybe in trouble.
Yeah, Sven's jumping on him. Whippo's outplaying it for now. Killer Instinct into the Acathian Rain gets Sven the kill. But he's got the charge strapped on his head, man. It's just one of those where you got to sit there and say goodbye.
Yeah, he knows it. He's going down. Did find that 1v1 kill, though, onto Whippo, so going to be happy about that. It got a lot closer than I thought it was going to be when the gold card came through. Oh, nice flash in for Busio.
Once again, man, this guy keeps making plays. Spica down to 100 HP. Heals it back up. And now Isles has to be concerned. Masu continuing to fire off these Mystic shots.
Man.
Yeah, he's just completely not concerned with Dignitas right now. And honestly, 6,500 gold lead, 18 minutes into the game. I don't think there's cause for concern.
I mean, they're styling on. This is the kind of confidence you want to see from these.
Yeah, Licorice versus Whippo is monstrous.
Have been the big story to me in
3K gold difference.
All the talk coming in was against
1.6K on the Trist over the Corki. Like,
you know, this kind of rivalry.
Yeah, there ain't nothing happening down there, boys.
Spot lane making all the noise, walking the walk, talking the talk. And they are looking really strong here. Second Dragon as well. Going to go the way of FlyQuest is now 6,000 gold lead, and they have the objective advantage here. And if it is going to be a Mountain Soul going the way of FlyQuest, there's just no way you can really see Dig, you know, bursting someone down through that.
Right, and especially, I mean, you've got Corki, you've got Nidalee, you've got these champions that like to poke. Permanent shield that
yeah, I don't know who the hell this is, guys. That feels like set. Like, I did put Karma just because the scale solely is just because the rock, and she kind of has a dunk with her wall.
For such a close series out of this today. You even
Darius dunk, Malphite dunk.
Looking forward to this head-to-head.
The SOS, I don't understand.
Yeah, dude, this was supposed to
oh,
be
could it be
instead,
Chase?
It's just Dignitas, not up to the task. Masu
Jesus
goes
Christ.
On a rampage. And now we got to see if Spica can even try to get
No.
away. You're seeing a lot of pings up on Jensen as well.
So I thought with the scales.
Back there, and they are looking for more kills. Another TP ready to show up, but Busio makes it easy for Whippo to grab the kill. Jensen's trying to fight back, but this Corki doesn't have any mana to get the job done. Whippo's still alive, and he's not afraid at all. Inspired and Quad ready to reinforce. Objective bounties are available soon. They're going to need a lot of those. Masu going to take down the tier 2 Turret in the mid lane with a Rift Herald here as well.
And FlyQuest are just everywhere, putting on a show.
Nice.
Winning in the top lane, taking down the turrets mid lane.
Yeah.
They're winning every fight we see on screen, and then you look at the minimap and they're winning elsewhere too.
This is just incredible from FlyQuest here today. These guys are looking really, really good. I was the one of us who had FlyQuest the lowest rated on preseason power rankings because I thought they had a lot to prove after their showing at MSI. I thought they had a lot of issues that they needed to work out, and if they keep doing like this, all right, I might just have to be a believer.
Yeah, I mean, they are looking really, really strong, and are going to be trying to look towards these other matches.
Bro, I have no idea.
Obviously, they did
Vi?
lose at the start against Team Liquid. They would love to get a rematch against them, potentially in playoffs. As maybe a pick here.
Flash for the Zenith Blade, engage after Masu, but he gets away. Both summoner spells had to be committed to do it.
Yeah.
But that's just fine. Masu gets away from it. No pick, no shutdown. Dignitas
3.5K, bro.
Went for it, but Masu just had the response. When both summoner spells are available, when there hasn't been any pressure.
He didn't
on him
even
up
go
until that
first
point,
strike,
he's fine,
bro.
just throwing everything in the tank to get away.
Yeah, I mean, Ezreal's just so slippery. It's very difficult to lock down Masu. You know, he is a bit too far forward, does lose the summoners, but as you said, that's what they're there for. Stays alive. He's 4-0-0. Dignitas would have loved to get the bounty off of him, but even if they do, they're just really so far away from being competitive in this game. They would need to get fight after fight after fight into something like the Baron to even have a chance. Squad's on 2 items, and they're trying to move in here to contest around that river, but they just don't really have a way in.
No, and you can see the Void Seekers from Sven just don't do anything meaningful. That was, what, 200 HP off of Whippo? That's not exactly a tanky target, man.
All right, let's get the Baron and end the game, please, so I can get all my bets done and in for the day.
Spica, get that Leandry's out of the way.
I mean, this top lane gold diff is also insane at this point. It's over 3,000 gold, 3 full items already done for Whippo at 21 minutes. He is farming well.
Yeah, it's so brutal. Something I'm noticing in NA is whoever wins the first game is just winning it for the most part. And FlyQuest is obviously a tier, like an entire tier above Dignitas.
In case there's any sort of an issue. Man, it shift in though.
ADTF, so strong.
Goodbye, Sven.
He uses the barrier. He barely stays alive, but Whippo's gonna grab the kill on Licorice. Now Sven has to still try to get away. Busio's coming in from the side. True shot barrage only gonna hit the wave. It will not finish the kill on the Kaisa, but Isles is gonna drop yet again. Spica wants to escape, but Whippo deals him a losing hand. Jensen ain't gonna do anything to Quad, and Dignitas just crumble to dust.
Oh, Sven is feeling bad right now.
22 minutes in. FlyQuest made no mistake about it today. They show that they are the far superior team.
Dignitas is gonna need more than trash talk if they want to compete with FlyQuest when they're playing like this. There's the last kill they needed. Isles respawns, but what is he even gonna do? Nexus turrets.
GG's.
2 takedowns on Jensen there for Inspired. FlyQuest absolutely smacks Dignitas.
And Inspired with the all chat as the Nexus is exploding. It's Jensen with the so vegan. A little bit of salt in the wound there. Dignitas gonna want their revenge, but if they're even gonna find it, they're gonna have to wait till playoffs because FlyQuest crushed them today.
Yeah, they did.
2-0. Back-to-back dominant series, honestly, here today.
Yeah, let's go see how we did on our bets for the day. Boom, boom.
Whatsoever by Dignitas.
He went up 20%, which feels pretty good.
Looking to see if they can.
There's nothing else on for the day, though, really, I don't think.
Thank you very much. Quad, really quickly, congratulations on your win. How
Yeah, we've got 2 a.m. tomorrow and 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Other people have been building up their rivalry.
I'm very excited today game, but I feel like today my enemy is not Jensen. I think Minion is my enemy.
Wow. How was the team in the approach up to this series in terms of taking this more or less seriously than another LCS opponent?
Oh, sorry, can you say again?
Yeah. Was the team making this a more important match than a different team because it was Dignitas and Jensen?
I think we don't practice not different style. I think just we keep going like our style. That's all.
How
I like Quad. Oh, he's so cute.
I feel like really easy and I get used to it. Our team style and LCS style.
Where do you rank FlyQuest now in terms of yourself and the other LCS teams?
Oh, sorry, can you say again?
Sorry, that was a poor question. Where does FlyQuest rank in the LCS?
If I'm not nervous, I think we are rank 1. Yeah.
Good boy.
Quad, with that, congratulations. Best of luck in the next couple of weeks and the rest of the LCS season. That's it from here. Let's send it to the lounge to close out the day.
Heck yeah. All right. There's one coming up tonight, it looks like.
Nervous, we're number 1.
Love that answer.
Both of our series a little one-sided today, Raz.
The second one being
Oh, T1 Challengers is later
I
tonight.
don't think any of us, except Jet,
versus KT Challengers.
The 2-0 and in such dominant fashion. But let's take a look at today's player of the series.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm curious to see because
Let's see if they have anything interesting to say.
Who wins? Okay, it is Thanatos and Busio.
And it's a reminder for you guys who the player of the series just yesterday was too, with Palafox and Impact winning that out. So congratulations to all.
Impact is Impact.
Player of their series in their respective.
That's for damn sure.
Welcome back, Chad.
Yeah.
What a fast week.
Yeah, it was quick.
Normally we haven't even started the week by this point.
Yeah.
And we're already done.
Yeah. Very, very fast.
But yeah, nothing on the weekend this week.
4 2-0s.
Yep.
And I don't think a game went longer than 30 minutes today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The FlyQuest series was a stomp. I'm glad Whippo, I was actually going for Whippo Busio, but they just kind of pushed Quad and then they left him there.
We were wondering what was going
I know,
on.
I wanted Whippo to stick around.
Yeah.
But I do think also I was watching the players celebrate right after the match. Whippo went to Quad first and gave him a hug, and then he went to his bot lane.
Oh,
I think it's a really meaningful win for the team. They're not going to overly build it up, but the fact that Quad had a little bit of trash talk afterwards as well.
Yeah.
It's a nice welcome to the league because I feel like just because of the rivalry between Inspired and Jensen, everyone's been trash talking Quad. It's like this massive amount of collateral damage. So he looked good today, and I look forward to seeing him continue to develop.
It's like good player team bonding in a way, like the rallying, the camaraderie, and the fact that we actually get to hear from him. And we've heard how good his English was.
Impressive.
That was a damn good.
So normally I'm better at preparing my questions if it's not an English as a first language speaker.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was going for Whippo, so I messed up a few questions, but he hung in there really well.
He was really good. I hope we get to hear from him a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Two very different style interviews,
right.
I guess. As we take a look at today's series, going back to the C9 series, I think Thanatos, we kind of talked about him going into the series as being like, okay, is he going to have these pop-off moments? I thought he performed insanely well today. Their topside control was so dominant.
The lane was good. He connected with his jungler really well because they were playing towards their jungler in the game 1. It was the Zyra, and game 2 it was Karthus. So I thought they played really well as a team, which made this award pretty hard. But Thanatos as a whole did exactly what you expected from what Reaper said, which was, just a very good individual player in how he played out lanes and the team fights.
And then in the second game, when he was put on Skarner, he then team fought really well. He was finding the either turnaround moments in the fights or the clean engages, and it ended up being back-to-back 24-minute games for Cloud9, taking down Shopify.
Yeah, and this is a great note for C9 to kind of be on going forward now too, because I think again this kind of proves how well they've been working together as a team. As we see FlyQuest working insanely well
just the end
as
of
a
this game,
team.
We can't see the CS. Inspired had we got it. Inspired has more CS than Quad and Jensen.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He smurfed game 1. He absolutely ran it.
He did.
Jesus
and in terms of smurfing, I felt like Masu and Busio, specifically Masu in this play, gets the Q off as you flash forward. Well done from him. And in game 1, when they turned the brand gank, I thought their bot lane carried them in this series. Sure, they all played well, but like the biggest gap came from Masu and Busio. So it makes a lot of sense that Busio ended up getting player of the series. I think I voted for Masu. It makes sense that both of them had really good games.
Yeah.
So good on them.
Yeah, I think it was really close between the two of them for that player of the series. As we pull up our Samsung SSD Fast 5 for the week, we'll see if that bot lane is on
who's
there.
fast?
There they are.
Who's quick?
Masu, fastest kill at 510.
I feel like Thanatos has hit the fastest to 100 CS multiple times here. I've seen his name
It might be a 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Because I know it was definitely last week.
Yeah. I feel like every time we've had this, we've seen Thanatos' top 3. So.
Yeah, that's a future stat request. I'd say the fastest support item is slower than the other weeks I've seen. I think it's almost always 3 people bunched right next to each other, so the fact that he's got a 10-second advantage on everybody else is surprising.
Yeah, and then, I mean, shout out Blabber inspired contracts fastest to level 6. I've been kind of keeping an eye on this just because of these insane fast player junglers that we have. Raz, you're laughing.
Because I was like, what connects Blabber inspired contract? Oh, Zyra Karthus.
Zyra Jungo.
All right, guys.
That's the Samsung SSD Fast 5 for this week. Reminder that Samsung is partnered with Sleeper and Fantasy LCS, and you can earn bonus points each week for drafting the fastest performers to your team.
You know what time it is?
Diggs.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
No, it's not. But it's my favorite time of the week. It's when we talk about MasterCard Player of the Series. And who do you think the player of the week is? It is Impact!
All right.
Most winningest player in the LCS goes to Impact, and another player of the week goes to him as well.
Yeah, and we spent some time celebrating his career. Just played most.
It's just crazy to me that how long he has stayed relevant in NA. He was on the same team as Faker, bro. Like, this man literally run Worlds with Faker.
I saw in LPL, I was waiting specifically for Impact to pull it out into Skarner specifically because Impact is such a Mordekaiser enjoyer, and he has these pocket picks from the extent of his career that he can just kind of pull out whenever he wants.
Even his Cassante game, where he was put behind because of a level 1 and the lane swap, and his ability to come back within those games is impressive. He knows how to win, and he recognizes the conditions that he is in. And I think
like, my man is literally just face-tanking their entire team standing in the center of them.
Beautiful.
Disgusting.
He's still destroying them all. But I think he earned it from both the fact that he snowballed in the Mordekaiser game, and he actually had a huge impact in the second game as well.
Fun fact, he's in year 10 of his LCS career.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
He started 1 split before Jensen came to the LCS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're both in year 10, but Jensen took a few splits off here and there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but Impact is just steady the whole time. It's incredible.
He's just, I mean, I love what he said to you the other day, right? Where he's like, this means that I am a good player, like consistently a good player. As we pull up the standings, Cloud9 and Team Liquid Honda tied at first place, same match record, same game record. FlyQuest sole possession of third. And then it's really interesting because now,
yeah, if you look 6-6-6, these two
kind of slotting in behind.
have one extra game.
3-4, 3-4, 2-4, 2-4.
That one had two extra
FlyQuest has got to be
games.
feeling good, man.
They have to be.
They have gone against some pretty tricky opponents already. They're
Yeah.
the only ones to take the game off of Team Liquid. They weren't able to take the match, but they're going to be feeling pretty confident going into the second half, especially with how they just dismantled Dignitas here. Now Dignitas has got to be worried, even though they got 21 days to think about it, because they could be 1-3 if they lose that Team Liquid game.
And as a reminder for you guys, as you can see at the very top of it, returns July 20th and 21st. We come back after the 2-week break for Dignitas versus Team Liquid Honda, Immortals Progressive versus FlyQuest, Cloud9 versus 100 Thieves, and NRG Kiyo versus Shopify Rebellion. But as a reminder, not just us, every league is having that break. So hopefully there's going to be good content to pull you guys over as we look at the NACL summer schedule.
The NACL!
I forgot about that one. How could I?
They're not taking a break.
They're not.
They're going to be here that entire time. So you guys should check that out. That's where some of our future pros, like Masu and Busio that we talked about, come from.
Some of the players that are literally playing today, Antomio, Zazel, Fake God, all of them, they got their name and championship through there. Not so much Zazel, he may have been a little bit more prominent before that, but...
APA, who's on the desk today.
Exactly.
And that is it for us. Reminder, once again, we'll be back from break Saturday, July 20th for Dignitas versus Team Liquid. Look forward to that. Thank you so much for joining us.
You know what that means?
What?
Have a happy July 1st if you're Canadian and July 4th if you're American out there.
Happy upcoming Canada Day, everybody.
Exactly. If you're Canadians like us, and you should be Canadian, happy Canada Day.
I'm not Canadian.
Happy Canada Day.
Jesus Christ.
You good? No, I think I'm dead. We can kill, I think. This flash. Sounds good. I think it's no flash. Okay. Okay. I'm dead. Azure law. Nice. Clinking. Nice. Wait, the kills is 1-5, by the way. Have you guys ever seen a game like this? Have you ever played one like that? I don't think so. Good job, guys. Look also. Rankin flash in. Yeah, Rankin flash in. We should kill Rankin. Yo, I'm out. There. There's that. Nice. I'm out, guys. Don't flash Poppy. Just kill Poppy. We're killing Poppy and then we can move, okay?
Help me.
Yeah.
No flash, no flash this guy. You can just peel.
We're coming.
I can return. I have W and my kills for you, don't worry.
I'm on the way for Kai'Sa.
No flash, Kai'Sa, no flash. No worry, no. I was dodging everything, like.
Holy. Help yourselves.
No, I want to kill the Poppy first.
I go Kai'Sa. Oh, I missed you.
Oh, nice. He gave me a thingy.
Guys, I think when we put the flash, we have to kill him one time.
That is very funny.
Looking to force him back. Nice spear there onto Inspired. Busio wanting to keep his jungler alive, but it ain't gonna work. Aj only gonna hit the wave. It will not finish the kill on the Kai'Sa, but Isles is gonna drop.
Yeah, I liked the little bit of banter that they had in there. Alrighty, guys. I think that we're going to take a bit of a break. Let me go double check what the plan is. In the interim, we're going to listen to a little bit of this podcast right here.
With me and Monte Cristo. What's funny is I actually almost never do call you Monte Cristo, but another thing people might not know is because the name Monty does sound like, obviously it's a real name if you put a Y. I have always called you Monty as though it was like your first name, which is why it always does freak me out when your wife calls you Christopher. I'm always like, my brain's always like, who? Oh, she means Monty. That's what my brain tells me. I never call you
my wife actually calls me Monty in front of esports people.
Oh, right.
Just so it's not confusing, right?
Right,
And yeah,
okay,
because
that makes sense.
look, people also don't want to say Christopher; they just want to say something shorter. So I just end up being Monty. Now most everybody just calls me Monty, so it's just easier. It's just easier.
Do you know what's sad? That's actually one of those rare things, right, that people don't know, which if you know, obviously one of my heroes back in the day was Christopher Hitchens, right, because he was so charismatic and so well-read and so intellectual, you know. And one of the things he used to say to me, witty, Monty, because, you know, when you do a lot of interviews and shows, you just come up with, like, clever ways to say things, you know, like a shorthand for how to explain a situation. So he used to famously say, because of his certain political and religious positions, Monty, that when people would call him Chris instead of Christopher, he'd say, sorry, I don't do circumcisions, because obviously he was politically against that, right? But then one time, only once ever, someone actually did point out, like, but isn't your nickname Hitch? And even he had to sort of pause and go, like, and you could tell for once ever in the history of the internet, like, even
John
was
Smith, thank you for the follow.
like no one remembers that once. It's all good.
Welcome to the trade.
That's how the internet's changed, guys.
Appreciate
Back in the days, I'm such a boomer. I actually remember in like 2010 or whatever when like
I do
Google
have
video,
a
before
10-minute
YouTube,
wait timer before you can comment, just because I was getting so many bots in here. It was pretty brutal.
Me and Anders, this is like our origin story, because I've asked about this. Me and Anders, I'm pretty sure, typed in Christopher Hitchens debates, and we just watched every video on there. And you're going to go, what do you mean every video? There wasn't that many videos back then, I'm telling you. Like, we watched all of them, like 50 of them or something. So there's the origin story, how you end up like this. Although, circuitous path, there was a lot of other things.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, we're here on Summoning Insight. If you don't know, by the way, guys, you're not interested in all drama about the
Speaking of which, let me
lives.
shoot this gentleman a call.
That was just the fucking topic du jour. Okay, well, you want to keep it professional now, do you guys? I thought you were down in the mud, just fucking raking around, looking under stones. Oh, what's that creepy crawly? That's what you're all about now, esports. So, just saying. Just saying.
Just waiting for the.
Hell yeah. Alright, alright, alright. Do. So next week's schedule, I'll set that up on Monday. So today we were looking into the LCS, and we were going to have the TFT morning. Sorry, I missed that. So let's do this. We got 2 hours, so I'm going to start my brand new supermarket simulator. I think that sounds fun. What about you guys? What do y'all think? Oh, also we never finished this. Let's try to figure this out. I got no clue who this is. You'd think it's Malphite because it dunk and that. SOS. balance, muscle. SOS makes me think like frickin' Rumble, but he doesn't exactly have a dunk. Stoneface. Not sure, guys. Y'all got anything for me? Balance and muscle. Bro, I got no clue. I'm so lost. I'm looking it up, guys. I give up. I can't even think of it. It's Galio? Sure, I mean, that makes sense, but other than that, okay. Cool. That's just Cassante. That one was easy. That one was very easy compared to some of the other ones. Heard. Alrighty. Let's pick up our Steam. Then go library. Boom, boom. Go ahead and hit play and we'll update our titles very quickly. We'll play until 9. I don't think I'm going to put anything in the description. We're just going to go and update all. Copy and paste. There we go. Make sure that it's updated on here as well. We're not playing League of Legends. We are playing Supermarket Simulator. Boom. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. So, how do we want to set this up? Alrighty, let me see. I'm trying to remember how much it is per unit versus how much I want to spend. How much money do I got? 50 bucks. Tired. Right now we got 50, so you want to wait on the cereal probably. Oh, then it's 12, so close to being able to do that, 4 cents off, so I think that we just have to get rid of this one for now. There we go. Oil. Nice-oo. Bread. Nice-oo. Pasta. Nice-oo. And some flour. Let's make sure I can actually see if anybody's got comments coming in. Do. Alrighty. Storage is down there. Hello? It's not letting me. Oh, it's making me price the products first. Now then, let me see the unit prices for everything. Alright, so unit price for oil is, so 15 cents is going to be $1.65. Oh no, you do market price times the 1.1, so it'd be market price is $4.50, so 45 cents on that is $4.95. Market price for this guy is $3.96, so 40 plus that, basically. So 40 cents on top of that is $4.36, isn't it? No, 36. Yeah. Cool. Let's see what our price point on this guy is. $3.71. That's 37 cents on top of it, which is going to be $4.08. And this guy, $3.12. That's going to be 31 cents on top of it, so that is 43. Beautiful. What was the $13 one? And sugar, yeah. $1.62. And off we go. Oh, that's a new guy. Hey bro, how you doing? Like your t-shirt. Thanks for coming and chilling. Need to do 25 checkouts. How much money do we have? Not very much. It is 9 a.m. though. Let's see, that's enough for me to go ahead and order you. Make that one. $13.80 for that. I'll just go ahead and purchase it. Alrighty. Whoops. Whatever. There we go. We're going to do this. He'll wait for another second or two while I price this. $4.83, that's 48 cents on it, so $5.43. Wait. 1 second. We'll deal with that in a second. Boom, boom. 49 cents. 35, 45, 1, 2, 3, 4. What you got for me, bro? 3.43. There you go. Alright, so we got the sugar down here. We're going to get rid of that tag. Now let's retry this. 483 So 48 cents. 48 cents. So 40 cents is 23. Plus that 8 is 31. Yes, yes. There we go. Much better. We're gonna go and turn the lights on. Looks weird with no lights in here. Nice. Alright, let's go and get our cereal. Nice-oo. $5.98. Is 59, so 60 cents. So 60 cents on that is 58. So 6.58. Beautiful. Let's go. Oh, you need 40 bucks back. I was so confused there for a second. 50. 60. There we go. Is that right? Just double checking myself. 5.98. That is 10%. That is going to be 60 cents. So 60 cents on that. Yeah, that's correct. This is me IRL. It is super fun. Here, let me get the Discord up. We're going to go ahead and get Kiyo in here. Hey, buddy. How we doing?
Hey, man.
How's life?
It's pretty good. I got some food coming on the way, so.
Hell yeah. Watching some Supermarket Simulator gameplay.
Hell yeah, bro. That shit looks cool as fuck.
And you can.
But you were telling me about your streaming and stuff and your sleep schedule.
Yeah, I've just got to get that fixed up.
I mean, you know, honestly, I think like whatever works best for you, you know.
They made it to where you can rename your store now, and you can put cover the walls and paint.
I literally felt you so hard when you were like 40 cents. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's literally me IRL. Like, I totally feel that. Like, I have to sit there and pause. I'm like, yeah, so I gotta, you know, count the. Yeah, nope, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah. Do you like my price points though? You do 10% above market price.
10% above market price, as it should be. A convenient, a store is convenient for the consumer and the, what's it called?
And the
person
seller.
who owns the store.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like you're paying for the convenience.
Yep, that's exactly right. Actually, booze tends to go up by a good bit whenever you order it. Oh my gosh. Whenever you get it from a gas station or convenience store, it's more expensive almost always.
Yeah.
The smaller liquor stores are more expensive, whereas the big liquor stores are cheaper because they get to buy in bulk.
I freaking I got paid, and oh my god, bro! I think this is the first job I've worked where taxes have been a thing. Bro, I lost like $100 on my check.
Yep.
Yeah, but I did.
Have you ever paid your taxes?
I've done my taxes like every year, but I've always worked like serving jobs and shit for like 2 months, so they always owe me.
Interesting.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy? I am scared to file this year, though. I have not. I filed an extension, and I don't even have all my W-2s.
Oh Lord, I haven't filed my extension yet, but I haven't done mine yet either.
You filed your extension, but you haven't done it either?
No, I haven't filed the extension, and I haven't done it.
You're such a naughty boy, bro.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
You're a naughty, naughty boy.
One second, we gotta update the titles to say featuring Kiyo. Let me see.
Yeah, I'll stay on the phone, especially until I go to work. I'm gonna go dash for a little bit, so
Heard.
after I finish eating.
There we go. You are now on that stream, and now let's put you on this one, featuring Kiyo.
Featuring me. Oh my god. Yeah.
There you go. You're now on the title. I've kind of gotten into my rhythm of setting stuff up now, though, which is nice.
That's good, yeah. Yeah, make sure whenever you're switching games and whatnot, like, you know, LCS, that you update that.
Yeah, I do that every time.
Also, I think the tag, you can definitely get a lot going on in your tags.
Yeah, I'll work on that later. I've already got it halfway done. I've got 5 out of the 10.
Gotcha.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
you
almost
can
out of flour.
you can definitely do some stuff.
But I've already got the follows and the alert set up and stuff like that.
Okay, but wait, no, don't go. Hold on. Give me. I'm mute. I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah. So dark out, guys. So pretty. Are you gonna get anybody else? Yeah. Heck yeah. Come on in. I always like to come right at the buzzer.
Pause. Come at the buzzer. Pause.
Jesus Christ. It's Jason Bourne.
Remember when Dolores got so pissed at Jason for saying that? That's so crazy.
Oh my god.
She was so pissed. Dude. She was fuming. She was fucking furious.
And then John came and tried to like attack us. Alrighty, we are closed up for the day. We'll place our order in the morning.
Did I tell you about my interview, by the way?
No, you did not.
Oh my god, dude. So, I have an interview on Monday for, where's it at? It's for a guest engagement specialist at Racetrack Corporate.
Interesting.
I don't really understand, but it's basically, it seems like a call center.
Interesting. I can't hear you at all. You're breaking up real bad.
Oh, it's cause my phone disconnected. It's cause my phone disconnected off Wi-Fi and is on data now.
Interesting.
Yeah, so when it just disconnects like that, I just be doing that. Yeah, I literally submitted my application and in 5 minutes they hit me back.
Nice.
Because I've been doing this thing where on my applications I will just tailor it like literally to their description. And
Yeah.
the AI that all the people use for employment, it just auto picks it up. I'm like, okay, bet.
Nice.
Biggest life hack I ever learned. But yeah, shit's been pretty chill so far.
There we go. Wait, I got 2 oils? Whoops.
Yeah. Hey, so did you want me to move in with you, or was it more so like you're offering because you love me?
I'll have to talk to Serena about that again because I think things might have changed a little bit. We've got a friend of ours that we think is coming to stay, but it was partially because I knew that you needed it, and I'd be down to have you around for a bit for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would be like a crazy ass long amount of time. Like, I definitely would be out before like Christmas.
Let me just
a long time. Well, like August.
Let me just go over it with Serena again, see if that's still a good thing. But yeah, for sure, I'm down for that. You just got to pay bills, obviously.
Dude, I was thinking about it. Like, okay, like worst case scenario, like if I move down there, like, well, not even worst case, bro. I just find a racetrack that's close by and transfer over there. Like, I get paid like I worked 30 hours this week or from this paycheck, and I got like $500. Like, that's so 1 week is like my rent.
There you go. You know you are live on stream, right?
3 weeks. Oh wow, I mean, it doesn't matter.
I just wanted to share that.
Who's gonna do this? What's gonna, what are they gonna get with this information?
Exactly. But I was just reminding you.
I'm not giving my addresses or nothing, or even saying where you live. I'm saying if I move.
Yeah. I mean, they know I'm in Miami.
Oh shit. Okay, but
that's
so
it.
they know I'm north of Miami. Okay.
In the great state of Atlanta.
Okay, why are you doxing my address?
Yes, because they're gonna find you.
That literally made them so. it reduced their search by so much.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about it like, yeah, 1 week of pay for my rent. The other 3 can go to savings or to, you know, eating well and to you know, fixing my debt and stuff like that. Like
100%.
Yeah.
For
And
me,
like,
it's just
you know,
freaking car bills.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And, dude, honestly, I would help you with your car bills. Like, I really have been enjoying dashing, like Ubering, like in my side, and if you would like let me do that, like I would help pay your car bill. But that's
I mean, yes and no. The thing is that you would just want to make sure that you're doing a really small area, especially in Miami. It's chaos drivers, remember that, and it's really, really bad traffic constantly. It's like the worst of 75 constantly.
Yeah, dude, I would hate to. Dude, that road would piss me off.
And in addition to that, it's so much more expensive down here for gas and everything that it might not be profitable like at all. And that doesn't even count like oil changes and car tires and all that shit.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I just.
But I'd definitely be down to try it with you. But we'd have to come up with a plan for it.
There's a. By the way.
Mm-hmm.
Download the Chevron app. Make a little account. The next 3 times you use gas, it'll be $1 off each.
Yeah,
$1 off account.
I do that with all the gas apps. I rotate them through. All the gas stations have the apps.
I have to try it out, but I wonder if I can spam make accounts like with different phone numbers and emails, and just like farm it.
Huh. Interesting. Let me see.
Because think about it, like I don't know. I'm gonna try it though. I'm gonna try it. We'll see.
For sure. Let's see. Another thing of flour. Because there's 8 on these shelves. There's 12 on these. There's 12 on these. There's 12 on those. There's, what, 10 on those. 8 on both of those. So yeah, those are the ones I want to double up.
Bro, it makes me so depressed seeing all these free shit on Facebook Marketplace and like... I just can't get it because I don't have a trailer, you know? Like there's a free 3-piece sectional. Like, yo. I mean, what am I gonna do with that? Probably nothing, but like, that's cool as fuck.
There we
or
go.
Like a free piano, bro. Do you know how fucking expensive pianos are? Do you know how impossible they are to move, bro? There's a free grand piano on my Facebook Marketplace right now.
A free grand piano? You just have to go pick it up.
Bro, I could sell that so easily. Yeah, but I don't have a truck, you know? There's free couches, free dresser.
I can't. Shit. Okay. How do I take the... Bro. Thank you. I'm not giving him 3 extra cents. I refuse. $1.53. Alrighty.
A fucking clarinet for I'm losing my mind here, bro.
Clarinets are expensive too.
Dude, I will come scoop this, bro. Like, I don't know how, but I will get that.
We're gonna go ahead and get rid of these tags. Because that is all gonna be flour now. .16. The nice part is when you get 2 cashiers, you don't really have to stand there hovering over them anymore.
Yeah, you can just like vibe out, right?
Kinda. You're mostly maintaining your frickin' storage at that point. Like literally my entire job was go to the storage, order 10 loads of shit, go back into the storage, order 10 loads of shit, load it back up. Yeah, it was a pain. You can wait just 1 second, sir. I'm trying to make sure that we have plenty in stock. Thank you. Boom. It's such a vibey game. Jesus Christ. Thank you for using a credit card, sir. Ma'am. Thank you. Alright, so let's see where we're at as far as stock goes. Need some bread and some cereal, something serious. Yes, yes.
Cause we're living in the truth.
Wants me to purchase a license already. It's like, bro, at least let me get some shelves first. Jesus.
Damn, Facebook takes way too much information, bro.
Yeah, it does.
It is listening. It is listening, bro. Yeah, take Zuckerberg to court, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is crazy. They are, like, permanently listening.
Yeah. I think I need to uninstall that or something. I don't know.
Bro, it's Instagram too. It's also WhatsApp. It's all of those. Supermarket. And you can move where the storefront is now too, which I'm very excited about. I'm wondering if he's planning on making this like an entire little town in the East Village that you can open multiple things in down the road. But this one street light is sketchy as hell out here, I do have to say. Just like look at that, you'd think it's a horror game.
Thank you. Just a little bit, yeah. Dude, I am finding a difficult time finding a place for these fucking cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, my landlord wants them out, and I just don't know how to do it before the first, you know?
Facebook Marketplace?
You know what? I guess that might be the option. I'm gonna make an ad.
I don't know if it's legal. Double check that's legal in the US. It's legal in Australia, but it might be against their terms of service.
Can I list pets on Facebook Marketplace? Well, we normally don't. Oh, and they get adoption partners can do it. Fuck that, bro.
You could probably find an adoption partner and figure that out. Alrighty, anything we really need for tomorrow? Pasta and sugar. Flour's a little low. Pasta, sugar, flour. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Are you saying whoa, Danny?
I kind of fucked up in the game for half a second.
Oh, damn. I was looking at
Flour, pasta, sugar, good to go.
temporary one for the cats.
I wish that the second enter would work in this game, where you could just use the number button one. Yeah. So flour, bread, and sugar changed. Purchase this.
So maybe I can take the Kiyo apart now and get them to decide. I can get the adult kids, but they can't take the kids alive. What? And then that's only 6 weeks out of the 6.
Alrighty. So one thing that you can do, a little hint. C closes up your box for you. Makes life a little bit easier for cleanliness purposes. Just keeping the storefront looking as good as possible before you have a storage up and going. Just go and turn on the lights. How much is a shelf? Because we want another shelf before we... 200? Should be able to get a shelf in today. Or a shelf single might not be a bad idea. What's our license looking like? Jesus. That was expensive. Alright, so this is $200, so we want 400. What all does it come with? Oh, shoot, that's the, that's where we need a fridge for the eggs, the milk. It's the coffee and the tea shelf. This is the cheese, the water, the milk, and the eggs. Which I'm trying to remember how the fridge layout works. So the fridge layout... Ooh! Oh, look at the corners that they've done! Oh, this is so cool. They've done so much cool shit with this.
Yo, Danny.
Yep.
Have you started trying to edit your videos?
No, I haven't. Planning on trying that on
I
Monday.
think that's most important.
So
like, enjoy your stream and then try to make it into
videos, like chunk them out.
playthrough.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, make a playthrough on TikTok.
So that's the plan basically. But I talked with a couple of people about it. They said get at least 2 months worth of content together, and then that way you can automate it at the beginning of each month.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who they are, but I mean that inherently could make sense if you had a nice audience. But what you want to do is just like, dude, you just want to play with it right now. Like you want to gain the experience of doing it. You know, that's how I feel about it. And like, so you can start out with editing now, or you see what works and see what doesn't work, and learn what type of style you want to put out there. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
the best way to do it is just do it. You know, and then you're gonna get to a point where you have content. You're like, oh shit, I need to edit that video from 2 weeks ago so that I can post that up. But right now, like, for example, I saw that you and Serena are playing Mass Effect. You know, there's some probably some clips there. Or right now, like, you could, you know, put this together and like make a.
So with that one, here's the official announcement: is we're not going to be doing that one live anymore, but we are going to record it and post it later.
Okay.
But yeah, let me see. But yeah, the one that's actually been getting me the most followers is usually League of Legends or or watching the esports.
Bro, if you make clips of that, you're up so fucked. Watch what I Will Dominate does, bro. That's your competition. He talks about bets on stream and, like, you know, that's his whole thing.
I mean, he's also partnered, though. Makes it a little bit easier.
100% it makes it easier.
Alrighty. And it's the early mornings because I'm one of the only ones on doing it. And I'm willing to go find like the actual LCK and LPL streams.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? How you doing? You got an interesting gait there, man. Are you coming in the store? Oh, heck yeah, you are. I like your sweater. So we need flour for backstock and cereal. Boom, boom. Some bread.
What does she have to tell me?
You just quoted. You look like the fourth Sherlock. You have a console. Kill that. It's from Savannah.
I know too. I'm done. I just killed my fucking quesadilla with all queso on it. You can bring my set.
Look at you go. Yes, sir. That's a $17 transaction. That'll start us, I guess. Thank you, sir. Oh, it's empty. Wonderful. Here, we'll grab this and chuck it in there at somebody.
Just fucking throw it at him.
Yep. I gave him an extra cent. Whatever.
A to-go chip? Oh, to-go drink? No, I'm okay.
Boom, boom.
How have your bets been going?
Good, I'm up.
Hell yeah.
I won every single bet today except for one.
Hell yeah, bro.
I did, and I placed like 8 or 9 on LCS. I got
That's awesome.
so many under on kills and under on time.
Really?
Yeah, dude, the games today were so fast. So it's supposed to last from 4 to 10 p.m. is supposed to be how long it lasts. It was done by 7.
No way, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, like all 4 games were under 30 minutes. And Dignitas got dumpstered by FlyQuest.
I'm not surprised.
I kind of am. Like, that Dignitas roster looks really good. On paper.
I don't know. I don't like them. Sven as ADC?
Sven ADC, Jensen mid, Spica jungle, Licorice top.
Bro, first of all, I wiped the floor with Licorice. Spica's a really good player. Jensen is kind of just like vibing the entire time. So, and then, I mean, Sven has been playing support for 2 years professionally. And then Isles is legitimately like one of the worst support players.
Isles is such an enter. I watched his gameplay. He was inting the whole time, bro.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Dude, I didn't realize Masu was a monster.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's definitely not bad.
Yeah, Masu was definitely a monster. It was actually wild watching him. He, like, completely shit on them bot. He was in a freaking 2v3, and he and Busio just absolutely shattered Spica, Masu, and Spica, Sven, and Isles. Oh, and there was a funny moment where Licorice, there was a team fight that was breaking down, and Sven was like somehow like really deep in their jungle trying to run away from it. And so Licorice is about to die, so he's playing Poppy, and he frickin' Poppy ults their entire team straight on top of frickin' Sven. Alright, it was just their top laner. It was just Whippo that ended up on top of him, but it was like Renekton landed on a 2-health Kai'Sa, and they shared the chat afterward, and Licorice, and like everybody was just cracking up laughing from both teams. That was game 1 though, before it became a dumpster fire. My guy, are you in the FBI? What the hell? Chill. Go away. What? That guy was creepy. I didn't like him. I don't trust him. Oh no. Okay, we're actually going to be doing the Mass Effect in 10 minutes if you want to stick around on Discord.
Perhaps. I'd be down. I'm about to leave the restaurant and just DoorDash for like 2 hours.
Heard.
And, yeah. Go to work.
Nice.
Are there any games tonight, or?
LCK Challengers, and then in the morning LCK. And LPL. I think at 11 o'clock is when Reckless plays.
Oh, nice.
It's wild to me that the West's best ADC is now a support in Korea challenger.
Isn't it crazy, bro?
I'm gonna have to order a bunch of shit. Sag. Looks like I have a lot of money, but I really don't.
Okay.
Guess we all gotta start somewhere. Sag. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order everything in the morning. Let me see. How many do I need of each? So we're gonna need 1, 2 pasta, 1 flour, 1 sugar, 1 cereal, 2 bread, 1 oil. So it was 1 oil, 2 bread, 1 cereal, 1 sugar, 2 pasta, 1 flour. Okay. Cereal went down, sugar went down. Oh, I need to go adjust all of my prices, actually. I forgot to do that earlier, so once we place this order, we will go on a giant price adjustment mission. Ah! I wish that they would set down your shipments a little bit more nicely. Instead of just throwing it in there. Just letting it lay in the road, possibly getting run over. Rude. There we go. It's all because the oil was first. I like to keep my shit organized, okay? Can you close? Close. Thank you. There we go. You guys know those convenience stores that just always have their back stock like everywhere in the front of the store? We're going to be one of those for the time being. I thought you got into an accident for a second there, Lordy. I was about to say, that's an interesting update. So what we're looking at here, I like to keep anything that has less than 10, so 9 or less. I like to always double up on those shelves, leave these as singles, and double up on anything that has the 8. Same thing for fridges, same for all of it. Which is why we will most likely be sticking to the large fridges and that sort of a thing. I am excited to mess around with all these new shelf types, though. Look at all that. They got corner shelves now, and you get to choose the color when you buy it. Look at that. That looks great. I wonder if I can resell the shelves that I already have. What we'll do is a single shelf for the coffee and tea, I think, because there's so many of the teas. Comes in like 20 of them per shelf, I think it was. I can't remember the coffee, though, if it was 8 or not. If it's 10, it'll be fine, just like the oils chill. Yeah. $50, $75, $85, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just get it anyway. Oh my god, I still haven't adjusted my prices. Guys! Okay, we're gonna have to do that in a second, I guess. $11, $20. Actually, we're gonna do it this way. There we go. Alright, so let's mess with prices. That is 4.09, so that's gonna be 40 cents up, is gonna be $4.49. Nice-oo. 312, that's 31 cents up from that, is still the same price. Nice. Okay. So, let's look at this. $4.50, so $4.95 is correct. Bread, $4.75. Okay, so 48 cents up. That is going to be 70 plus that is 84. Boom, boom. There's that one and that one. Is she coming straight here? No. Okay. I'm going to go try to do this real quick. 538, 54 cents up from that is 80.92. Yeah, I don't blame you guys. That was really expensive comparatively there for a bit. There we go. Let's go look at this. 46 cents, so 46 plus that is that, so 5.10. Hello, welcome back, sir. How we doing, Kiyo? Yeah?
I'm about to start my dash, yeah.
That's exciting.
Work in 2 hours. Yeah. It's not bad. Pretty chill.
What if they try to take you all the way outside of Atlanta?
I just will decline the order.
When I was doing it, it didn't show that.
Where it takes you?
Not before you accept it.
No, that seems illegal, bro.
This was a while back.
Yeah, but it's pretty good now. Like, it's definitely a nice little side hustle, money maker.
Yeah, it's just it really isn't worth it in my opinion because of the price you have to pay on your car.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe if I had like a brand new car, it'd be fine, but
Yeah, if you have like a brand new hybrid, then
yeah, I feel like it's fine.
Uber will help you buy a car.
No, legit, like, and Uber will help you upkeep a car, like, in payments and stuff. Like, it will pay, if you do Uber on the side, like, on your days off, and maybe before you go to work, like, that shit will pay for the car payments and the bills and the insurance and maybe even, like, your rent, you know?
Nice.
But, you know, like, realistically, like, $20 an hour is good. And it's, like, it's not inconsistent to get. Like, it's not hard. It's just sometimes it's just about luck, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What really sucks, groceries and fucking, groceries and fucking bills, bro. Fucking hell.
Yeah. No joke. Yes, thank you for walking in to give me $4. Oh my gosh, and you're gonna come spend another $4? I'm excited. Oh my god, and another one. Anybody else gonna come in? No? Okay. Alright, let's look. What do we need? We need 1 oil, 1 cereal, 1 sugar, oil, cereal, sugar, flour, 2 pastas, 3 pastas. Yeah, 3 pastas. So, boom, boom, 3 pastas. We needed, what was it, 1 bread, 1 cereal. No, bread we're fine on. So 1 cereal, 1 oil, 1 sugar. It was just 1 flour. We're chilling on bread though, weirdly enough. We'll go ahead and get a bread as well. Alright. Oh! I doubled up by accident on the bread. There we go. Alright, lights out for the night. See y'all tomorrow. Flour and sugar herd. Sugar. 45 cents plus that is $4.90. And flour. $4.65, so 47 cents on that is 90, so it's gonna be $5.02. No. Beautiful.
Okay, let's go.
Got your first order?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It's very nice because they actually during certain it's actually really profitable because during certain hours of the day they will pay you hourly and they will pay you plus tips, hourly plus tips.
Nice.
So they'll pay like 15 an hour.
That's not bad.
Obviously that's not no, but like if I'm already making 15 an hour from tips, then
There's 30. Well, they have to pay you hourly because a lot of people don't tip.
They pay you outside of those hours they pay you for just doing it. Or like they'll pay you for every trip you do or whatever. But honestly, I am gonna.
Oh, just my reminder for you: if you ever get a Checkers in West Atlanta, never go. Always decline it.
In West Atlanta?
Yeah, Checkers in West Atlanta, because you will go and sit there for 3.5 hours waiting for an order to come.
Gotcha.
I've done it a couple. When I was door dashing, I always got sent into West Atlanta, always to that Checkers. Like literally every night that I did it, I ended up at that Checkers at some point in time.
I'm going to go now to focus on drive.
Okay, have a good one, buddy. Thanks for coming and joining the stream for a bit.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Much love. I love you, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon, mate.
Alright.
So it's $375 for the double fridge here. Triple freezer is wild. Okay, so $375 plus 200, that's $575. I think by tomorrow we'll be able to go ahead and get that license and get us. Oh, but plus a single shelf. How much is the single shelf? 115. So it's 115 plus that. So that's 390 plus 100. So 490 plus 200 is 690. So we need $690 in order to do our full upgrade. Oh, guys, it's almost 9 o'clock and I haven't had anybody come in. Come on in. Yeet. Come on, come on. Can I come hand out flyers? Would you like to come for a 30 cents off? Okay. Thank you, sir. Anybody else want to come? Ma'am, how about you with all that midriff showing? That looks more like a date night. This guy's wearing all that. I don't think it's cold outside. Okay. It's not like it's hot. That's very tight, ma'am. It's the tramp stamp for me that I can't. Why she gotta have a tramp stamp? Alright, $690 is what we need, so we need at least $100 more today, plus I'd like another 100 just to make sure that we can get all of our restocks and the initial order. Yeah, we're gonna want that's $690 plus a restock is $120 plus getting everything stocked up in store. That's another bit. So yeah, we're waiting a minute for this. I think we want over $1,000 before we do this. Why do they all have midriff showing? She doesn't. Like, she's chilling, but hello? She's tall. Damn. Didn't you just walk that way? Huh. Welcome on in, my guy. Ooh, I like your salt and pepper graying hair. Looks good. Nice. Ooh. Oh, when did you get in here? Just an oil for ya. Okay. I couldn't tell if I needed. I don't know. My brain short-circuited. There we go. There's a bigger purchase for us. And I think with that, we should be getting much, much closer to being able to do something. I think if we get up to, say, 790 plus an extra 100. So 890 is where I'd like to be. I'd even be fine with 840, I think. No, that initial purchase is going to be pretty massive. Bruh. Seriously? Go away. They're just coming in here making me break their hundreds, bro. ISTG. ISTG. Alright, come on. Give me 2 more. Yeah, we got plenty of time. We'll go and do our full upgrade tomorrow. Exciting things coming for the store, boys and girls. Yes, yes. Alright, one more 30. Close. Yeah, between these guys, we're fine. Damn. Alrighty. We are about to finish up this day, so good timing. I am indeed. Okay. Alrighty. And does that finish out our day? I believe it does. Alrighty, guys. So what the plan is for me is I am going to hop off for a bit. Oh my god, you're coming in. Bro. It's late. I was about to close up shop. Thanks for coming in, but hello? Okay. Take 1 cereal for me, please. Oh my god, more people are still showing up. We're a very popular store nowadays. Alright, so let me prep my order. We are going to need 1 large fridge. Okay. 1 large fridge right there. We're going to need to go ahead and purchase this license. Got our license. Now then, what that means is we are going to need let's check oil. Oil, we need 2 boxes of oil. We are going to need 1 box of bread. We're good on cereal. And we're going to need 2 boxes of sugar. And we're going to need, let's see, 1, 2, 3 boxes of flour, 2 boxes of, 2 boxes of pasta. It's 3 flour, right? So let's see. 1, 2, yeah, it's barely, but it is 3. And it was pasta, which I only needed 2 for. So we'll go ahead and throw a water on there. And close up shop for the day. Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of Supermarket Simulator. Hopefully by the next one we can rename it, so it's not just Supermarket. But yeah, I like the update so far where you can color the walls and stuff. Let's see how this works. Anyways, cheers guys. We will see y'all soon.